for patiently waiting for it and allowing us to fix the issue. इसी बात पे आप like कर दीजिए and let me start the show again with the introduction. And I think thank you very much for everyone for patiently waiting for it and till we figure out the issue. And issue was nothing that there were multiple source of mics on the OBS which he have able to detect and finally goes it. So let's start. Congratulations to all the Indian football fans for winning the SAFF Championship and Hero and Hero Tri-Series 3 back-to-back trophy, still undefeated at home, you know, with the Igor Stimac Indian team. And I think there are lots of things going on in Indian football. India is finally confirmed in a pot 2, which is going to give India's a good draw in FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and I am working on the FIFA World Cup qualifiers draw videos. Don't worry, don't need to remind me again. The script is ready. I think I will start shooting it tomorrow, so you guys should get it by next week. There is a Som Kumar podcast which is coming up very soon on this channel. Also a detail about his stint with his Slovenia club, you know, and what he's doing, you know, with the senior team, under 19 team, how he went there, what's the mindset and everything. That's details is going to come. Other than that, there are lots of topics which you need to discuss. There is AIFF has announced the budget of 110 crores for a year for Indian football, which is quite a jump from the previous years. And you know, AIFF have also allowed 5 direct entries in I-League. Why all of a sudden 5 direct entries in I-League? Does it needed? You know, what are the merits and demerits of it? We're going to also talk about AIFF and FSDL deal is going to get expired in 2024. You know, and when it's getting expired, so there is no new agreement have been signed till now. There is a provision for a new agreement, or nothing is signed till now. So we're going to talk about that. Yeah, that's JW, the OBS issue has been fixed. So that's the stuff. The stuff is also about Durand Cup starting from 3rd of August, ISL last week of September, national team camp. Igor Stimac asked for 1 month camp, not done till now, not approved. There need to be done agreement between AIFF and FSDL for the same. So on that we'll take the topic by topic by each, and I hope now the audio is fine and everything will be Anwar Ali having a minor hamstring injury, should be back for the end of the July, you know, if all goes well according to his recovery and everything. Sound quality is still not clear, says somebody. Is it sound better now or not? Because sound was an issue before, but I think it's fixed now. So I will wait for, because somebody said again, Subrata Das's sound quality is not better. It sound better. I think it was issue before, but I think it's fixed now. So I think let's start with the national team and what's up on national team. India, of course, won the SAFF Championship, and many people are saying that this is one of the biggest SAFF Championship title for India for the couple of reasons. I think one is, of course, you know, having a 2 guest team, Kuwait and Lebanon, beating both of them. It's not that we have not beaten both of them in semi-final and final. Playing at home, preparing for Asia Cup. There's a playing style which is clearly visible now, which can see the Indian team playing their own brand of football, which is again mix of long, short passes, counter-attack, possession football. There are lots of triangles in the midfield which Indian team is creating. So you know that's one thing about. Second thing, you know, also the Indian team ranking now is 100, so which shows that there's a gradual progress happening in Indian football, and it's ranking first time for Indian football, going to give us the benefit for the World Cup draw, which is set to take place on 27th of July. Sunil Chhetri, just like always, man of the tournament, golden boot and ball winner both. Surprisingly, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu did not got the goalkeeper of the tournament award, but I'm sure with the sponsors and everything from Bangladesh, I'm sure they need to praise the sponsor. So Bangladesh goalkeeper got the got the best goalkeeper award, and maybe Gurpreet played less game, but Gurpreet had 2 clean sheet against Lebanon, 1 in group stage. He also had 2 penalty shootout winning hero. So I'm not sure why Gurpreet was not given the man of the tournament. We're going to talk about SAFF also. Very important information I'm giving to SAFF about Indian team have still not received their 2021 SAFF winning prize money, by the way. So just to give an idea, where we are going in our South Asian region, the Indian football team have still not received the 2021 prize money from the SAFF, and I'm surprised that why AIFF, while getting the rights for this SAFF Championship, because other countries said no, they don't want to host the SAFF Championship, why the AIFF could not ask the SAFF to give our players, our coaching staff, our team, their deserved prize money from previous edition. Forget about this edition. They have not received the prize money from 2021 edition. This is shameful for our reason. That's why the football is, South Asia is one of the worst region for the world football in terms of everything, because can you imagine a tournament took place 2 years ago and the winners have still not received the prize money. Yes, I'm wearing Shillong Lijong jerseys, thank me, and I think because somebody requested that this is one of the oldest jersey I have, and I did one of the videos, one of the lives I did 3-4 years ago with the Mohan Bagan and ATK merger in 2017. So that's where I wore this last time. So that's the thing. So I think that's tell you everything about the priority of the South Asian region and why we are so behind. Because they have now अभी 2021 की salaries नहीं मिले हो, मतलब prize money नहीं मिला है, and 2 साल और हो गए हैं. बाय द वे एक और चैंपियनशिप हो गई है, इस बार इंडिया जीती है, उसका भी प्राइज मनी इंडियन टीम को कब मिलेगा किसी को आइडिया नहीं है. मतलब आई डोंट नो हाउ दे गोइंग टू डू इट, बट दैट्स टेल यू एवरीथिंग अबाउट द प्रायोरिटी ऑफ द साउथ एशियन फुटबॉल, एंड एवरीथिंग. So let me also tweet this issue because I thought I will tell you guys and then tweet it again. So let's tell you everything about and I don't think when they is going to give them their money, deserving money, and when this addition money is going to give to the Indian team. That's the thing. Let me. And I'm, somebody was telling me that why the AIFF couldn't ask SAFF while, asking for the hosting right for the SAFF Championship about the prize money of the previous edition for our team, our player, our coaching staff. So that's the thing, and with now Indian team will be back in action for Kings Cup, which is going to take place just before the Asian Cup, Asian Games, 7th September. So I think, and then there is the Asian Games for football where our under-23 team alongside 3 senior players, going to play in that tournament also. And the Asian Games, the coach will be Igor Stimac. For under 23 team, Clifford Mirinda is likely to be India's coach. So that's he get the deserving promotion from Odisha FC reserve assistant coach to the India 23 coach. And talk about Indian coaches, Bibiano Fernandez have now joined Bengaluru FC reserve team, and he wanted to be a head coach of whatever team he goes. That's a good. Can he continues the good work he had done for India at the youth level to the reserve team of Bengaluru FC? I think it's good that lots of these players, can come, maybe join Bengaluru FC and and start playing him with young players who are looking for playing times. So that's the thing. क्लबों को देश को मिले 240 गोल वाले सुनील छेत्री को भारतीय फुटबॉल सबसे अधिक गोल करने वाले खिलाड़ी हैं. जानिए कुछ उनके गोल की संख्या. 100 बनाना बहुत बढ़िया चीज़ है. अब बात करते हैं इंडियन टीम के अलायंस के बारे में. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है. मैंने एक क्वेश्चन डाला था लाइव आने से पहले, गेस हाउ मच इंडियन फुटबॉल प्लेयर पेड डेली ड्यूरिंग द कैंप. बेसिकली जो उनका डेली अलाउंस होता है, ये इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का रूल होता है कि डेली अलाउंस मिलता है. अनलाइक क्रिकेट, where cricketers have annual contract with BCCI and they are paid according to their level. There's a grade A contract, there's a grade B contract, grade C contract, annual fix होती है, plus bonuses होते हैं. In football and 1500 से नीचे 50% सोचते हैं, 50% of it is more than 1500. Indian team for till very recent time they were paid 600 rupees a day. That is less than a labor gets a day, in some places in India, by the way. Then that was increased to 1000 rupees. Then now it is increased to 1500 rupees. And Indian team players, I had chat with multiple sources close to Indian team players. They felt that why this kind of disparity, but there should be a existing some type of a contract when we are spending money everywhere else for the football in India, for the national team and everything. Why not Indian team players should be paid more? 1500 rupees a day means if they are camp in for 20 days they earn 30,000 rupees from this national team. And I think considering the without footballers, there's nothing called, there will be no football in India, you know. So if we can't value our footballers, I think, and especially playing for national team, just giving 1,500 rupees a day is kind of a joke if you personally ask me, you know. And I think that's the reason I hope this thing get rid of. Yeah, this is fine till the youth level, you know. When you're at the youth level, this is fine. That can act as a pocket money for the players. But once they are, once they are, you know, at the senior level, I think they should be giving annual contract or a monthly contract, some type of these players. Say for example, there's a grade A contract in BCCI, you know, where the senior like Virat Kohli, who have played 3 format of cricket in India, they are in the grade A. There's a grade B, there's a grade C, grade D. So I am sure player like say Gurpreet, Sandesh, you know, Sunil Chetri, a senior most player in the team can be part of a grade A, you know, and the other young players like Thapa, who's been playing for the last 6-7 years, you know, Thapas and the Changtes, they can be promoted to grade A or grade B. So that grade contract could be implemented in Indian football, and when AIFF is earning all the money because of these footballers, they should give it back to these footballers, you know. And just to imagine, after getting 600 rupees allowance during SAFF Championship 2021, they are not even given the prize money they have won from the that SAFF 2021 Championship. So I think that's the thing. There is no update on Gold Cup. It's not happening this year. I think it will happen next year. So I think I wanted to ask you guys, and do you think it's 1,500 rupees a day is a fair amount? And it was for very recent time, it was 600 rupees. Then it went to the 1,000 rupees. Now it went to 1,500 rupees. And I think which is kind of a joke, you know. And I think I want to, you guys, you know that, you know, आप लोगों के क्या thought हैं इसके ऊपर. Asian Games में it's a day allowance. It's a day allowance. They don't get any salaries from national team. It's a day allowance they get. That's the only money they get. And you know, Indian team. We are still on the Indian team topic. So Indian team is in the pot 2 for the World Cup qualifiers. Full-fledged video on that coming very soon. That's the one thing about it. Second thing is, somebody had Asian Games preparation. I think there will be a mixed camp for the Asian Games and the Kings Cup, you know, and AFC Under 23 qualifiers also. So I think let's see how they do it. I think Clifford Miranda is likely to be the coach of the Under 23 team as of now, what we heard. So these are 3 updates. So let's see how they structure the camps. The players will go back to the clubs for their pre-seasons, you know, and then they will join the national team camp after Durand Cup, you know. So which will, I think, most likely will start mid of August. So some of them will join during the Durand Cup, depending on the team schedules and everything. Pot 2 is confirmed. That's fine. Pot 2 is, they don't get any kind of salaries from AIFF. Salaries they get it from club. That's it. Is it monthly? There is no salaries from AIFF side. AIFF just give them a daily allowance of 1,500 rupees when they are in the national team camp, you know. So that's the fine. We'll come to AIFF issue a little bit later on. Ashish, they have a contract with the clubs. All the IPL teams have a contract also with these players, you know. They deserve more, not 1,500 rupees a day, Kumar Reddy, that's what I'm saying. When you know, all the things in India is because of these footballers. If you can't value our footballers, even they have how much, kitna bhi contract unka ho with the club, that does not matter. They have to be given respect. That amount should be respectable. If 1,500 rupees a day is very less, you know, and I think that's the whole point, you know. And why, I don't know, how can say they are paid by their clubs. Clubs are paying because they're playing for the clubs, you know, at that duration. Now they're playing for national team. Should player ask similar salary from national team for that duration of 20 days when they're playing for national? No, they're just asking for a respectful amount to be given to them. They're just asking for them that, you know, the prize money which they have won for SAFF 2021 Championship should be given them on time, which has not given them yet. You know, forget about 2023 SAFF Championship. Talk about 2021 SAFF Championship prize money, which they are deserving money, which they have not got received yet. You know, which is a joke. And आपको क्या लगता है कि ये SAFF 2023 का उनको कब मिलेगा, किसी को पता ही नहीं है, उनको भी नहीं पता कैसे मिलेगा. You know, now that's the thing. So you know, let's quickly move towards the. Is there anything remaining for the national team? Kings Cup starting from 7th of September. Durand Cup trophy tour have been started. 3rd of August. The Durand Cup is going to start. A major tournament. They're inviting the foreign teams also after 27 years. Kolkata Derby will take place in Durand Cup. First Kolkata Derby, and always. Also in Kolkata Derby, Mohan Bagan Supergiant have launched their new logo, and I'm hoping Mohan Bagan this season is going to break the attendance records for in ISL. I think they are going to make highest average attendance. I hope so, because the way I saw the youth team, the reserve team matches getting crowd, the fans are back in it fully. They are very proud of club. It's a heritage club. It's in the bloodline of these fans. They are going to break the attendance records in average for this season. And Kolkata Derby, I'm looking forward to first ISL Kolkata Derby, because with East Bengal back properly into system, properly with the team and the coaches, their fans will be in the stand. But most importantly, Mohun Bagan, with the kind of team they're building, their fans also going to be in the stand, and the kind of team this building, it's a great team for neutral to watch out also for. So I think let's say what it is, and I'm looking forward to watching my first Kolkata Derby in ISL, very sure. Now let's come to the transfers very quickly, with the confirmation of Bibiano Fernandes joining Bengaluru FC. It's a great appointment. Bengaluru FC reserve team. East Bengal have announced their coaching staff, background staff. The Kerala Blaster goalkeeper, which I'm still surprised, who is still available in the market, is edging towards East Bengal, but not confirmation on that. Also, other than that, Sachin CB has signed for Chennai FC. I think there will be more player Chennai FC. They're going to sign. There are some players in Chennai FC, Indian players, who are going to sign their agreement. And one more thing about Chennai FC, I want to say, unlike other clubs, Chennai FC have started doing medicals at their facilities for these players before they sign them properly. So many of these Chennai FC rumors which are coming, this player is signed. I'm telling you, many of these players' deals are still not done. Chennai FC is doing their medicals, then signing these contracts, because I think they have seen in past some of these players, have come unfit to their setup after signing these contracts. So Chennai FC have been very careful with with what they're doing. Many of these Indian players for Chennai FC are having their medicals, and then only they're going to sign their contract. So many of the deals which people are saying it's done for Chennai FC are not done, I am told. So they're waiting for the medicals to be done before they sign these official contract. Kumar Reddy says all the players in the world football are not paid by the national federation apart from the US national team. Handful of federation. This is a fact in world football. I think England football team get paid by the English FA. Very, very sure about it. I've met English footballers in past, so it's wrong that these footballers are not paid. So it's a different structure. And even if world football, if you कोई भी नहीं pay कर रहा, but इसका मतलब थोड़ा यार कि we will not pay, and you will pay 600 rupees or 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees per day. It's still very less. We need to respect our footballers. That's my whole point. I'm not asking you to pay them 10 lakh rupees a day. I'm just saying that give them a respectful amount. That's what I want to say. Now coming to Irfan Yadvad Khelnao confirmed that he's joining the Chennai FC, and let's see that how he does. Young striker. We always are looking for the young striker. Flight Pinto, another Goan coach, have replaced outgoing Clifford Miranda as assistant coach. Dinachandra Matei have joined Round Glass Punjab. Apoha Singh has joined Odisha FC, and Falguni Singh has joined North East United. And let's come to the new 5 teams in I-League and what happening with these 5 teams. So let's talk about 5 team each. Let's give me a second. So I think let's start from Inter Kashi. Inter Kashi is of course backed by 3 European-based 3 clubs, and they want to make something change of internationalized football in Uttar Pradesh, which is not an easy task. I am told all the foreigners, coaching staff, even the Indian player signing are taken care by Atletico Madrid. So they are back into it. So we can see what they did with ATK in ISL, a similar type of foreigners, not maybe a similar level because they are in I-League right now, but a similar Spanish core of players, who have played for Atletico Madrid in past, at the youth teams, who are at their stage of their life, can come and play in I-League. That's one. Even the coaching staff, they've already done the head coach, but all the coaching staff, all the technical stuff for the first team will be done by Atletico Madrid at Inter Kashi. And I think the reason all the 5 bids approved by AIFF is also they're looking to raise some money, because the budget has been increased to 105 crores, and they are looking, somebody like Delhi or the Bangalore-based franchisee to give a 5 crores franchisee fee or whatever the joining fees is they're giving. The clubs were a bit and worried that why should they give it to AIFF? Can't they invest this money in a grassroots football? But then eventually Bangalore franchisee, which is Bangalore United, they agreed that they will give because they were desperate to get into I-League. They failed multiple times to get into I-League through second division. So they agreed for the demand of these 5 crore rupees, and then eventually the Delhi-based franchisee, which is backed by Jindal Poly and TVS, have to also agree because they come from tier 1 cities. Now here is these two teams. Bangalore United have the team ready. Delhi, whatever they call Delhi franchisee, they will have the team also ready. But Delhi franchisee is also backed by solid groups. They have a big plans for Delhi. Let's see how many of these plans comes out from paper to the actual ground that we need to see. Interkashi, they are building their franchisee technically around Atletico Madrid coaching staff, players and everything. So foreigners are going to come. So that is going to improve the I-League standard for sure. Now come to Namdari club from Punjab, which is there. It's like a more of academy. They are more looking towards only Punjab-based players. I'm told, and they have. They have lots of land and infrastructure in Punjab, but not up to the standard of ISL or I-League right now. But they have done good job for Indian hockey, and I think it's good to see if they can play in Ludhiana. That will be great because Punjab, Ludhiana, Jalandhar, that part of the Punjab need a football club from sure. Delhi का मैंने आपको बता ही दिया है. TVS and Jindal Poly are, these Jindals are different than the Jindal Steel, by the way. They're totally different Jindal group. Now here's a catch. Bunker Hill, who is also wants to be a owner of 51% owner of Mohammedan Sporting. I think if डराने के लिए उन्होंने bid की थी, to Mohammedan Sporting, और आप हमें rights नहीं दोगे and all, so which is worked in their favor. They were investors there, and they want more kind of stake there. So they very smartly wanted to play from Gurgaon. Gurgaon came in a tier 2, I think tier 2, tier 1. They went to Ambala for the bid to be a lower tier, so they don't need to pay much money. So I think that's the reason they went to Ambala. I think if they play Gurgaon, but I think as of now I am told that they might be only on this bid will remain only paper, because I have not seen any kind of activity behind the scene by Bunker Hill to build this franchisee. So I think they're going to go back to Mohammedan Sporting and focus on Mohammedan Sporting only. So that's give you all ideas. Small summary about these 5 bids in I-League. I think are good for I-League, but I still feel 5 teams, 100 players कहाँ से आएंगे? थोड़ा मैं confusing है. The quality of football is going to go down. You can't. I know that AIFF is desperate to generate some kind of funds. To get these groups in the I-League is a great shout for them. But I still feel it's where 100 players will going to come from. They are not 100 players waiting who are free agents right now. Even if 20 players each team, you figure out. Of course, Bangalore United have some of these players with them already. But where these 100 players are going to come from, that's a big question. And if they come, how the quality is going to be. So I think, but only thing is now you will see lots of these. I'm already seeing, lots of the players who were unwanted by ISL or I-League team now in demand all of a sudden in the market, but they are not up to the level of I-League, but they're going to get the I-League contracts. It happened in past in ISL I-League saga also. All of a sudden some of these players who were not in demand, all of a sudden they got in demand because there are more clubs to sign them. So I think can India participate? India is participating in Asian Games. That's the confirmation I give. So that's the all about 5 teams. Durand Cup starting, Sumit, starting from 3rd of August. If there's no Gold Cup, then women's team will not play this month FIFA window. I have to check on FIFA window. I'm not sure national team coach. I think their next engagement is going to be Asian Games, and there is under 20. I think there's the Olympic qualifier. I have to check women's team cup, but I don't think there's a Gold Cup going on. And there is no news about. Only news is the trial is going on. For the in Kolkata में ट्रायल चल रहा है जिससे पहले भी प्लेयर्स भाग गए हैं तो वो चल रहा है वहाँ से. That's the only confirmed news for Indian women's right now. शायद अंडर 17 प्लेयर को डायरेक्ट स्टीलिंग मिल जाए न्यू आई लीग टीम्स में. बट सेटअप भी देखना पड़ेगा, कोचेस भी देखने पड़ेंगे. डायरेक्ट एंट्री तो मिल सकती है, दैट्स अ गुड पॉइंट. बट कितने प्लेयर्स हैं वो? 25. देन they're still, even if 25 players divide 5 players each, franchisees भी आप डिवाइड करते हो, that's it. But these players is not going to improve when उनके आसपास बिल्कुल वो players होंगे जिनका लेवल खत्म हो चुका है, who have degraded with time, who are very old, who are not up to shape. ऐसे improvement नहीं होता. You need a competitive team around. You need a good players around to get improved. There's a reason when our players goes outside India, you know, they get a better because they're playing with the better footballers. There's a reason these players got better in ISL because they're playing good foreigners around them. So, you know, if you're even if a best Indian player, you know, Himanshu Jangra, what happened to his career? You know, the reason he's struggling now, because once upon a time, Himanshu Jangra is playing in Himachal League, sometimes he's playing in Delhi League, then Punjab League, then he went to loan. He should have gone straight to a professional setup, you know, ISL, I-League team, where he can work and train. You can't change team here and there, and then their level is not. 16, 17, 18 is the time where you need to play your best football at the best level you can and improve as a footballer. You can't just go and play a state league, then go back to ISL, then go to state league, then go back to ISL. That's not how football and football development work. So that's the, when will Medica Cup? Medica Cup will happen in October. September mein aapka Kings Cup hai. So that's what my whole point is. They could kept Super Cup as a knockout tournament between winners of domestic winners league. मैं तो इस वीडियोस इनसाइड इन्फो बहुत बार सजेस्ट कर चुका हूँ. ब्रिंग बैक फेडरेशन कप, मेक अ सुपर कप सेमीफाइनल एंड फाइनल. इट शुड बी बिटवीन आई लीग विनर, ISL winner, and one team can be ISL Shield winner and one team can be Federation Cup winner. So you have 4 teams, play a semi-final and final, make a small knockout tournament, do it in in footballing states like Sikkim where not much football have, Kolhapur, Manjeri, where not much football have been played in recent time. You know, go to these states. Don't take Federation Cup, take these kind of Super Cup. It can be during a time when you can start a season with the Super Cup, you know, where you can simply have I-League winner, ISL winner, ISL League Shield winner, and a Federation Cup winner. And I've been telling the Federation Cup should be back. I'm glad Federation Cup is back finally. You know, that's the point. नाउ भैया क्या किसी अंडरस्टैंडिंग प्लेयर को अब्रॉड ट्रायल का मौका मिला है? अभी तक किसी को मौका नहीं मिला है हर्ष. कुछ बातें हैं बट कुछ मेटलाइज अब तक हुआ नहीं है, तो वेट करना पड़ेगा उसको लेके. वीआर लाइट के बारे में भी कोई मेजर अपडेट एज सच आई नहीं है कि क्या है क्या नहीं है. एंड एक और चीज़, मैं एक टॉपिक और रह गया विच आई हैव रिटन. लेट मी गो बैक टू माई डॉक्यूमेंट अगेन. यस, एक सैलरीज का इशू आया था, एक ईमेल हमारे पास आया AIFF की सैलरीज एंड एवरीथिंग. एंड AIFF में काफ़ी सारी स्क्रूटनिंग चल रही है, यू नो, बट कोच ऑफ द ईयर इज क्लिफर्ड मिरिंडा बाय द वे. वुमेन्स कोच ऑफ द ईयर इज प्रिया PV. मनीषा कल्याण इज वुमेन्स प्लेयर ऑफ द ईयर. मेंस प्लेयर ऑफ द चांगटे, डिजर्विंग टू बी देयर. शिल्जा साजी इज इमर्जिंग प्लेयर ऑफ द ईयर. आकाश मिश्रा इज द इमर्जिंग प्लेयर ऑफ द ईयर. सो माई होल पॉइंट इज नाउ कमिंग टू द ट्रांसफर्स एंड एवरीथिंग, यू नो, Kerala Blasters still in market for more domestic players. They still want to sort out the future of some of their domestic players like, you know, Hori Pump, the Gill, the Ayush Adhikaris. Abhi tak kuch, there is no much development in terms, talks are going on, but nothing concrete have taken place. So they are still waiting for it. You know, so I think the foreigners, again, I think they have identified their targets. They have finalized that these are the players they want to sign, but no signing have been done till now, you know, in the remaining position they have. FC Goa, one foreigner is remaining. They are still waiting for, you know, the player to secure his release and everything from the club. So that's the reason they have not done. Mumbai has announced TD, so they are kind of a settled, you know. Other franchisees like, you know, Jamshedpur kind of nearly done with the foreign quota. Northeast का एक foreigner का article खेलनाओं ने ही किया है, which let me also open it. I think it was the player name Ibsen Melo, who set to sign for Northeast. So that was one of the foreigners which Northeast set to sign. And Preetham, I think now he's back from SAFF. There will be some development on the Preetham saga for Kerala Blasters. How they're going to do it? Similar thing for Sahel. You know, how Sahel is going to be, really going to stay at Kerala Blaster, or he will go to another club. If he goes, how those clubs can structure a deal for Sahel, because if Sahel moves, I think he's going to break the transfer record. That's I'm told, you know, 3 crores. Last season I said last week I said it should be minimum they're looking, which is a bare minimum, and it will go over it. The clubs have to pay premium to sign Sahel, I'm told, and I think he is going to break that transfer record kind of set by Thapa's and the Akash Mishra's deal, which we have to find the appropriate transfer amount. But I think these are the 2 players who are the highest transfer fee paid in Indian football for domestic player. So that's Sahel things. But I think with now SAFF Championship over, Sahel futures will be also kind of decided. And I think Santanu, I think Huripam, I don't know it will come, but let's see how Mohan Bagan can do, because Mohan Bagan knows one thing is that Pritham is the one Killer Blaster wants to sign, so they want to structure something around that deal only if they want to get Sahel. Now let's come towards, thank you for Dev Gunin for reminding that one topic is remaining, which is AIFF and FSDL deal is about to get expired in 2024. No new talks have been, taken place yet about it. So there is two things into it. FSDL has right to match. So if AIFF get any other partner on board that they want to sign, say any XYZ company as a market, same kind of deal as FSDL, so they can match that offer and stay in the deal, or they can get out of this deal completely, or they can give them 75 crores a year to sign a new deal and continue as a partner. These three options are there. I am told both the parties are waiting, especially FSDL. They want to have a negotiation power with them, that what kind of deal they want. If they want to add more stuff in the deal, they want to get more rights of more other stuff which they don't have right now, is getting discussed, I am told. But both the parties have not set on table for that particular option, particular deal, particularly till now that let's discuss the new deal. So I think we will see some kind of major negotiation happening in next 1 or 2 months. I think that where the talks are going to take place, and let's see. Do you think sacking Bibiano came as a surprise? They didn't sack the Bibiano. Bibiano's contract was with AIFF was till the end of June, which is July, which this month came. So he has left on his own terms. That's the one thing. AFC foreign rules abhi tak confirm hai nahi, but I think 6 foreigners I'm listening when we are playing 11, 5+1 can be, or there are chances they might remove Asian player completely from playing 11, which is not assumed till now. Do you think that's one thing? Mohammad Nay will still have to come back for injury. Ashish, any new foreigners north here? अभी तक कोई confirmation नहीं है. Techno power once we have we'll defend. Under 17 coach no अभी कोई बहुत early है बोलने के लिए. Under 17 coach, let's see once they move into it. How it will possible AIFF to chart 4-week training when AFC Cup, ASL Cup, Madreka Kings Cup would be qualifier are going the same time? I think the national team, there will be September में आपका Kings Cup होगा, October में Madreka Cup होगा, November में World Cup qualifiers होंगे, and here's a major catch. Igor Stimac is leaving as per the current arrangement after the AFC Asian Cup. मार्च में जो नया कोच आएगा उसके पास कोई फ्रेंडली नहीं होगा खेलने के लिए. He will go straight to the World Cup qualifiers in the March. So India's first 4 World Cup qualifiers, and this World Cup qualifier is very important. First 4 World Cup qualifiers, 2 will be done by Igor Stimac in November and 2 in March, most likely by the new national team coach. Will India be forced to extend Igor Stimac contract, because they will feel that it's better to give him chance, give him chance to be the head coach for the World Cup qualifiers, because his team will be settled. He will not need much time to friendlies and everything to friendlies to adjust his team. So that's a major question, because we all want India to do well in the World Cup qualifiers, right? And if those World Cup qualifiers, out of 6 match, 4 match are a bit doubtful here, that how they're going to manage it. So I think maybe give Igor Stimac till the end of round 2 of World Cup qualifiers, because I don't know how that will work. But new coach coming into in March, straight away World Cup qualifiers, it's how it will work, because he will need some kind of friendlies to prepare for the that those World Cup qualifiers. How you get friendlies? I think only friendly can get is that can he get the some boys full team for the camp bit before and play against ISL teams, because I'm not sure many of the Asian teams will be available for that time to play in the non-FIFA match days. So I think that's the reason. I don't know how they're going to manage it, and as Mumbai City, मैं बहुत पहले एक recommendation दी थी, मतलब what could have AIFF done, and I've said again, get a new coach, announce him now maybe, or don't announce it, just get a new, if you're looking for a coach, get the coach now, announce him as under 23 coach, let him go to the Asian Games and the AFC under 23 qualifiers, and later on announce him as a new head coach, and that would have given a new coach a chance to work with under 23 players at the AFC 23 qualifiers, at the Asian Games. That would have given a good idea. He could have implemented his formation, practice and everything. But the core of the team will be cut into the senior teams also. So I think that's the major problem here, if you ask me. And I think one of the most important World Cup qualifiers, will India is going to mess up because of this issue, is the big question I want to ask everybody. And I think I'm not saying Clifford will become. I'm saying they could have, if they're looking for a foreign coach, they should have done that way. And I think this is a bit of critical issue. So I think the negotiation, because Igor's team has said that he wants to leave after the Asia Cup. Now, if AIFF needs him, he will want to negotiate a new contract. Why should he sign a 2 or 3 months short-term deal, for that? So I think if you ask me, that's the major concern for me at this stage right now. Why East Bengal women's team Sujata Kar didn't get award, but Priya got onward basis. Even Kajol D'Souza deserve a player award, not seriously. I think ये तो AIFF को ही बताना पड़ेगा मिस्टर हर्ष कि किसको क्यों मिला है, because it's always the technical committee gets a voting Q&A type होता है, मतलब MCQ type 4 options देते हैं उनको. तो I'm sure they might didn't have these names in the MCQ, like Chhetri was not there in the AIFF Player of the Year list which Matching Bhutia has revealed. निवेद भाई का क्या हुआ, कुछ रिप्लाई नहीं आया आज. आई थिंक इंस्टाग्राम का विनर अनाउंस हो जाएगा, तो देवाशीष कांग्रेचुलेशन, आपको हम फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर करके आपको ही जर्सी भिजवा देंगे. There is a rumor that Northeast is looking for to sign 2 ISL foreigners. Of course, Northeast are talking to some of these ISL foreigners, but the rumors अभी rumors की stage पे ही है. अमरजीत सिंह क्या, संजीव स्टैलिन, गिफ्टन सिंह, any update? Nothing much. With 2 new 5 I-League teams, will they drop to I-League? That's also a major question here. Because Indian players don't want to play in I-League, sadly. Even they get a playing time, they don't want to play in I-League. I don't know, they are ready to sit on the bench in ISL, but they don't want to play I-League, and that's very weird if you ask me. मोहन बगान के ट्रांसफर फी का कैसे, सर दिल्ली एफसी एमबी के ट्रांसफर फी का कैसे यूज़ कर रही है? वो अच्छे प्लेयर्स साइन करने की कोशिश कर रही है, पर मार्केट में अच्छे प्लेयर्स ज़्यादा अवेलेबल नहीं है. ठीक है, तो टॉप इंडियन प्लेयर्स होते हैं, देखो वो तो दे गोइंग टू गेट इनटू दी आईएसएल टीम्स. ठीक है, they can look either loan options, or they can look for options, players like, if they can convince some, like, players who are not playing much, injured, didn't get much playing time, they can look for those players. So I think that's these kind of stuff they can do. But देखो top players तो आपको पता है ISL में रहने वाले हैं, because I've seen this Indian player mentality, they just want ISL contract at this stage. Caleb last Indian signing, as I said, they're working on multiple players exit first, and then only they can sign these the more Indian players. Visa का issue, I think it should be sorted out in next like 7 days, I'm told. So I think it just got delayed. Last season it also delayed. It will also get. नेगी जी देवाशीष को दे दो यार, बच्चा बहुत दिन से दुख रहा है. हाँ, देवाशीष को डिटेल्स ले लिए हैं, मैंने लिख भी लिया है. तो I think we're just waiting for Instagram winner to be announced. Once that is announced, then we'll go for these jerseys and everything. Many teams started their preseason with their Indian player, but Kele Lasta still yet to even sign a quality Indian signing. Expert Prabir, well disappointed is not new for Kele Lasta fans. I think slowly the Ivan actions, I'm not saying it just because of that, but it's something given some uncertainty for Kerala Blasters that what they want to do, because they're fine over it, AIFF fine, will ISL give them a fine is still an issue, still which has not clarified. I'm sure Kerala Blasters are aware of it, that they will be fined by ISL, FSDL or not. So I think there's some uncertainty over it, so I think they have to work around with this now, Of course, Chennai FC teams like Chennai FC have started their preseason. Mohun Bagan reserve team playing in some games. So I think these at that time walking out was looking like a better decision to Ivan and the maybe Kerala's management at that time. But I think now they will feel that that walking out have not worked in their favor, because the amount of criticism they've received worldwide for it. I know referees are bad, but so-called referees were also bad in other tournaments, in ISL for example. And I know Kerala Blaster have faced tough decisions from referees in past, but that's the thing. आप इस झमेले में नहीं पड़ सकते, झमेले में Kerala Blaster पड़ गई है, तो that's the issue. Timo David got released from his new club. अभी तक तो कोई information नहीं है, तो let's see. If ISL is done with weekend format, we can start from last week of September. If they give a 4-week camp before Asia Cup, ISL cannot be finished anytime before 31st May. Will they change ISL format? I don't think there is going to be much change in the ISL format, and I don't think that Igor's team is going to get a 4-week of a camp before Asia Cup. So I think clubs are already very strict about releasing their players on FIFA match days or non-match days. Of course, they can. The rules for Asia Cup is different. It's a continental tournament, but clubs can keep the player till 10 days before Asia Cup. So I think the mandatory rule we have to check on FIFA's documents, but I think it's a 10 days from the global tournament if it's going on. So I think 4 week looks unlikely that stage, or they start ISL a bit earlier. Can they start ISL? I think only way, but then there's a Durand Cup also. Only way they can do ISL is start ISL early, and then maybe give him minimum of 3 weeks, 18 days can be given. Another way of doing it, you take the national team players away, the final 23 team, and continue the ISL for one more week without these players. And because ISL have foreign players, so I think some of the teams will not get that much impacted of it. So you keep the ISL going on till you want to go, but release these players for the national team. I think that's the one way only to we can see get result of. By 7 में लिखा है कि जुलाई में है, प्लीज कंफर्म कीजिए. अभी तो कोई कंफर्मेशन नहीं है, बट आई थिंक जुलाई में होना तो है. इंडिया में 23 टीम ट्रेन भी कर रही थी, पर बीच में उनको घर भेज दिया गया था. आई हैव टू लुक फॉर द कंफर्मेशन. हिमांशु जंगरा विद कंटिन्यू ईस्ट बंगाल, ही वाज अ लोन फ्रॉम आई थिंक ही इज बैक दिल्ली एफसी. आई थिंक वहाँ जाएंगे वो. Who is better, Jason Cummins or Jamie McLaren? I think Cummins का profile is better, but let's see. I think इंडिया में कौन better रहता है वो important है. मनोज दीक्षित, by anything regarding BFC का आपको Bibiano is already there. Then they're in talks with couple of under-17 World Asia Cup players who played in the Asia Cup. We will join the reserve team directly from the national team. So these will be more than 3 to 4 players, I'm told. Senior team, of course, they are still. Have to get the foreigners they want to sign, so they are still talking with these foreigners. Remaining thing to I think with Bengaluru is also in market for Sahel. If they can get a hold of Sahel, that's a big thing. If they can convince Sahel to join, then they have to convince Kerala Blaster for Sahel transfer fee, that this is the fee they have to agree. So there are lots of if and but in that, but I think let's see, because there are some players who are available in the market, and Bengaluru want like Sahel if they can get hold of it. So I think that's the thing. खेलना को कू फॉलोअर्स skyrocket compared to other social media. हम करते रहते हैं वहाँ पे भी कुछ ना कुछ. आई थिंक कू से भी बात की थी, थोड़ा सा उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया है. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द रीजन इट skyrocketed. साजी सर taking 1.2 crore salary when our budget was 55 crore per year, then many of them the new body taking high salary, half of the budget gonna go to salary, then what's left for development? Overlord 5242. चलो इसके बारे में बात करते हैं. आई थिंक देखो 2 इशूज़ हैं इसमें, ठीक है. मैं एक बात बताता हूँ कि आप सैलरी ले सकते थे, बट ये थोड़ा हिपोक्रेट हो गया मामला, बिकॉज जब आप अपोजिशन में थे तो यू गाइस, मतलब ऑल ऑफ दिस पीपल वर कंप्लेनिंग अबाउट अबाउट कुशाल दास सैलरीज ऑफ 6 lakhs per month and said उसकी सैलरी कम होनी चाहिए. बट नाउ व्हेन यू आर इन द सेम पोजिशन, यू आर टेकिंग डबल सैलरी. I'm not questioning why you're taking the double salary, but then the question for the Kushal Das salary was wrong. 3 major, I think 2 of Kerala, Karnataka were the Kerala, Karnataka, Delhi were the federation who raised question on the Kushal Das high salary. So I think I have no problem. He's a qualified person. I know he totally won't, but I think that's the thing. And he is under contract with the AIFF for 1 year. His contract is up for renewal now. Let's see what the AIFF decides on that. But I think either you can criticize in past for the high salary, or you can't justify the high salary now because it's double the previous salary. So I know why that salary information was leaked. I know how what's happening behind the scene, but abhi it's a critical point. We are in Indian football, so can't speak on must, but I think let's see what's happened, because we have seen previous regime also. I have a salary list of the previous regime of AIFF. Some of those salaries were as good as people get in MNCs sometime, and they're working for AIFF and not done much, previous regime. So I don't know if Saji is working for doing a job of 2-3 people maybe, and maybe he's doing, yes, it's possible. So I think maybe that salary is justified, but we have to go into details. We just can't say कि एक बंदे की salary इतनी क्यों है. It's between the AIFF body and the general secretary, which is Saji in this case, that maybe he's doing 2-3 people job, maybe that's why he's given high salary. So we have to get details, because the previous salaries bhi hai AIFF ki, वो भी कोई कम नहीं थी, सो आई थिंक दैट्स द थिंग इनटू इट, बट ही हैज कम एंड डिफेंडेड हिमसेल्फ, आप काम देखो, आप पैसे मत देखो, सेइंग इफ वी वांट टू improve budgets of AIFF, we want to improve the sponsorship money and everything. I think that's maybe the only reason. I don't know. Jixon to Mumbai, heard and nothing right now on that. Rabri ji, any experience Indian players Northeast CV to national team CV? National team CV is tough to go to. Northeast Techno Power as of now, not many are available. Kerala government is looking for the Argentina national team. If they should invite Ashik to their office and ask him why should not they invite Argentina national team in the Kerala. One of the laughable facilities Kerala have, one of the biggest footballing state in India, and they have one of the footballing state में बात करो, one of the worst facilities for the players, that Ashik Quran has come on, said on a record. I don't need to say much on that. Camp can be started from Christmas. 2.5 week camp is possible. I think 2 हफ्ते का तो हो जाना चाहिए. It should not be an issue. I think Christmas में ही plan होगा देने का camp. But will it be a late for him to get these players? Because we have seen with the SAFF Championship Intercontinental Cup, India's best performance came, the more time they spent together, their best performance came later on. Let's see. Where is Pyutia heading? Pyutia is also talking to 2 clubs in different direction of India's map. So let's see where does he goes. अभी तक कुछ clear, क्योंकि जब तक एक क्लब का clear नहीं होता है, तब तक हम कुछ कह नहीं सकते हैं. तो I think तो let's see where he goes on that. But I think 2 clubs हैं तो अभी तक रेस में, so I can't take any clubs in race until name until they're given. Please give at least 3 week camp for national team. I think 3 weeks should be bare minimum. And I understand ISL side, I understand Igor Stimac, but the national team growth is nowhere compared to ISL growth. When you talk about if national team does well, ISL will eventually start gaining more eyeballs, because if these national team players can become a hero, the Indian people follow them everywhere, so they can come to ISL, watch these players playing. So maybe let's see. Stimac said, very fast. Stimac said he and players won't be responsible for the result if he don't get the time he want. I think धमकी दी है वो तो एक तरीके से. देखते हैं क्या है क्या नहीं है. Liston अभी तक, see, Mohun Bagan are very tough sellers of the players. They don't want to sell players for ease, and I'm not sure Odisha FC can get Liston that easily. So they're still working on the deal. So let's figure out. I think still no much development in that. Can you upload Apuya issue video by today? Who are the players going to depart from Kerala Blasters? Apuya ka, I think it's more will be article and then maybe a video follow up by me, eventually a separate video. क्या हुआ क्या नहीं है, simple language में. Kerala Blasters से I think Ayush will leave, Gill will leave. These 2 players are certain. Horim Pump is kind of made available in the market by Kerala Blasters. These 3 looks like a players who might leave, right now. Can Kerala Blasters get listed? I think it's tough right now. हम लोगों को Igor Stimac के बैड स्पेनिश के बाद स्पेनिश को साथ जाना चाहिए. आपके क्या व्यूज़ हैं? RAK Gamer 1K. मेरे व्यू सिंपल है यार, हम लोगों को उस कोच के साथ जाना चाहिए भाई जो हमारी नेशनल टीम को इंटरनेशनली इंप्रूव कर सकता है. तो जरूरी नहीं वो स्पेनिश हो, वो इंडियन भी हो तो चलेगा. बिकॉज मैं काफ़ी प्लेयर से बात करता रहता हूँ, दे ऑल्सो फील कि अल्टीमेटली हमें अपने कोच खुद बनाने चाहिए, हमें इंडियन कोच चाहिए. दे फील दिस, हमें इंडियन कोच चाहिए. सो वो इंडियन भी हो सकता है, वो साउथ कोरियन भी हो सकता है, वो स्पेनिश भी हो सकता है, वो इंग्लिश भी हो सकता है, जो हमारी टीम को यहाँ से नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके जा सके. वी आर 100 रैंक फीफा टीम. वी हैव नॉट क्वालिफाइड फॉर वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स राउंड 3rd. अल्टीमेट जो कोच हम लोगों को वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स राउंड 3rd में लेके जा सके, अल्टीमेटली जो कोच हमको 100 से 80 फीफा रैंकिंग में लेके जा सके, टॉप 18 फीफा AFC नेशन से टॉप 12 फीफा नेशन में लेके जा, टॉप 12 AFC नेशन में, वैसे कोच का हमें सिलेक्शन करना चाहिए. पर वो कोच शुड नॉट जस्ट सेलेक्टेड बेस्ड ऑन दैट ही इज स्पेनिश. वो सेलेक्ट हो सकता है based on his presentation, his experience with the international team. Also, when selecting a coach, is important that he has a past international experience. We can't just select a Sergio Lovera and because just based on his club performance. Working with a club is different and working with the international team is different. You guys can go and watch Igor Stimac, Stephen Constantine podcast on this channel only, Beyond the Score. आप YouTube एक podcast का section देता है, आपके menu पे आप जाकर देख सकते हैं. वहाँ पे दोनों ने explain किया है कि how it's different from coaching a club than coaching an international team. So वहाँ पे आपको पता चल जाएगा. हम लोगों को वो ने ले लिया है. Any update on youth league? Nothing much as of now, but I think it will get resumed when the new season start. Future striker के लिए आप कुछ suggestion दीजिए ISL लीग में पढ़ते गोकेरा तक चढ़ा how they have to develop. I think only way they can develop is by playing, you know, and they have to go, even if there's a foreign striker in the club, they have to go to the clubs where they at least are second choice. At least by minimum they should be first choice is great. बट अगर जैसे मैं आईएसएल में हूँ, एक फॉरेन, मैं इंडियन स्ट्राइकर हूँ, मैं 18 साल का 19 साल का हूँ, मेरे आगे 2 फॉरेन स्ट्राइकर हैं, फिर एक इंडियन सीनियर स्ट्राइकर है, फिर मैं चौथा हूँ, फिर मुझे विंग्स पे डाला जाएगा, मैं विंगर से कम्पीट करूँगा, वो नहीं चलेगा. आई थिंक आई एम देयर, आई विल गो एंड फिगर आउट अ क्लब वेयर आई कैन प्ले एज अ फर्स्ट चॉइस और सेकंड चॉइस. बिकॉज सेकंड चॉइस देन आप ट्रेनिंग में मेहनत करोगे, कम्पीट करोगे, प्लेयर इंजर्ड हुआ, उसको रेस्ट करना है, बेंच से आना है, तो आपको लाया जाएगा, तो आपका प्लेइंग टाइम बढ़ेगा. And that's the reason Ishan Pandita is taking long to take his decision, because he also want to make sure that, you know, that he is playing regularly, because he wants to get into the Indian team. Sir, any new European giant club and getting into ISL? अभी तो कोई ऐसी news है नहीं. जगन्नाथ एक club है जो wants to get a buy an Indian club, but nothing much advanced yet. Different from football question, भैया, but you are excited for Chandrayaan 3 mission? I am definitely. I hope this time we get a success which we need. Some clues on enlisted foreign players for K level also. At least the nationality will be good for even every fan base. Gurudev, bhai dekho, I don't want to keep information with myself on my chest. You know, I want to give out, but sometime until I have solid confirmation of that signing is happening, that player have received the contract from the club, then eventually I give it information. You know, and that's where I wait. We as a platform, even on the website and everything, we wait until we know that the player party have exchanged, you know, offers with each other, or the agreement have been exchanged. Even it's not signed, exchange. So I don't want to, you know, jinx any move. शुभ पॉल अचानक कहाँ गायब हो गया सदैव देविल में था. आई थिंक शुभ पॉल अब दिखेगा आपको खेलते सीजन, देखते हैं. ऐसे ही होता है, हाइप में, ओवर हाइप में प्लेयर गुम हो जाते हैं इंडिया में. कैन AIFF sign a big international coaches and make a video to set up perfect roadmap 3 to become a good footballer? Again, overload. I don't need a big coach. You know, I need a coach. जैसे एक साउथ कोरियन कोच हैं जो वियतनाम के नेशनल में कोच होते थे. He also applied for a job in past. So anybody with a credible record of developing nations. So the coach who have won the World Cup with Spain might not work in India, because India is a different challenge, different structure, different facilities, different set of players. So we need a coach who have worked with the developing countries and done well with them at you know, different, any continent, ideally in Asia, because he will be required to play against Asian team if you want to make a World Cup. So that's my whole priority is that coach can be Japanese, that coach can be South Korean, that coach can be from anywhere. We just not, हमें सिर्फ लिमिट नहीं कर देना चाहिए अपना pool of coaches कि हम Spanish coach चाहते हैं, you know, so that will be unfair. That's my personal thing. कोच एंड साइनिंग ऑफ कोच तो डनी है उनके, ही ऑलरेडी साइन. प्लेयर्स भी साइन हो चुके हैं फॉरेनर्स. जमशेदपुर FC पांडे जी हो जाएंगे बचे हुए जो बचे हैं. व्हाट्स द स्टेटस फॉर प्लेयर फ्रॉम द गल्फ सेकंड डिवीजन टू के लेवल लास्टर? हर्ड नथिंग ऑन दैट भाई. क्वेश्चन वेंट अबव. एनी मुंबई दैट्स एनी न्यू FC गोवा डोमेस्टिक साइनिंग एंड SD उसका रिलीज डेविड ट्यूमन, एनी चांस टू ज्वाइन FC गोवा? आई थिंक देयर वाज ऑफ कोर्स देयर चांसेस, बट कंफर्मेशन हैव नॉट you know, came on that, because FC Goa was also frustrated because he's not able to sign them earlier. So let's see. I think आज शाम तक रात तक कुछ पिक्चर क्लोज हो जाएगी, I am told, but let's see. स्पेनिश कोच लाने से पहले टर्फ ठीक कर लेना पड़ेगा. Yes, that's the whole point. Champions League draw. I think there's a date announced by AFC which will take place very soon. Pots आ चुके हैं Champions League के, so मैं भी देख लेता हूँ एक बार particular day क्या है. I think the AFC just announced the pots for the Champions League draw. I'm just looking for that. And ये इंडिया की लास्ट अपीयरेंस है अभी रिसेंट टाइम में चैंपियंस लीग. अगले साल तो हमें चैंपियंस लीग का स्लॉट नहीं मिल रहा है. आई बीन मतलब दैट्स काइंड ऑफ कंफर्म वी गोइंग टू गेट 2 AFC कप स्लॉट. हमें थर्ड टायर में भी एक स्लॉट मिलना चाहिए था जो अभी तक मिला नहीं है. आइडियली अगर थर्ड टायर हो रहा है एशिया का तो इंडिया को स्लॉट मिलना चाहिए. ये मेरी उम्मीद है कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. Let's see. I think there was some date. इसी महीने है चैंपियंस लीग का ड्रॉ भी, जहाँ तक मुझे समझ में आया है, क्योंकि पहले प्लेऑफ चालू हो जाएंगे काफ़ी जल्दी इस बार. So let's wait for the date कि actual date क्या है, but I think इस महीने ही है. Bro, what's your BFC signing right here? I think great signing. Bangalore FC looking for future. They're building the club from. It's not just changing at the top level. They're making changes at the grassroots level also and at the reserve team also. So let's see how does that work for them. नहीं मुंबई के कारण कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आर्यन सिंगला. आई थिंक सी वील ब्रिंग द एक्चुअल पिक्चर टू यू गाइस. दैट्स योर डिसीजन टू से. आप लोग जज कर लेना किसके साथ प्रॉब्लम है किसके नहीं है. आई बहान के बारे में भी कोई अपडेट नहीं है. विल इंडक्शन ऑफ अपुया, आशीष, शिवशक्ति, यासिर, गुरकीत, सना, रोशन, पंडिता क्रिएटिंग एनी डिफरेंस? ऑफ कोर्स दे आर बेटर टेक्निकल प्लेयर. अपुया इज बेटर नंबर 6 देन एनी अदर नंबर 6 in India. Mohammad Yasir is a great option to have off the bench. The level of drop from Sahel, Thapa to Rohit and these kind of Rahim Ali was very big. So we need a better quality player coming. Shan Pandita is a good option to have. So let's see. What is the status of FIFA standard stadium going to build in Mumbai? I think it's a small stadium है. FIFA standard का stadium तो नहीं है. Guideline मतलब it's a guideline of more of FIFA. So which is built by Maharashtra government. So let's see once it actually get built fully, then we can judge it. Sir, I'm agreed with you. Can Indian coach are much capable as like foreign coach as like Igor or Stephen? Can they defeat strategy of other country coaches? आरे केवल सी ऐसा एक कोच से सिर्फ नहीं होता, कोचिंग स्टाफ भी होता है. एनालिस्ट होता है, असिस्टेंट कोचेस आर देयर. सो ही नीड अ कंप्लीट टीम. हूएवर इंडियन कोच मे बी आज इंडियन कोच रेडी नहीं है, बट क्लिफोर्ड कैन रिमेन अंडर 23 टीम फॉर नेक्स्ट 2-3 years. मे बी ही विल बी रेडी इन फ्यूचर. उन्होंने भी तो कोचिंग की पढ़ाई करी है, वो ऐसे थोड़ा है. एक्सपीरियंस की कमी तो है, लाइसेंस तो वो भी कर ही रहे हैं. पढ़ाई फीफा की नज़र में यूएफए प्रो लाइसेंस इज इक्वल टू एएफसी प्रो लाइसेंस. तो ऐसा नहीं है ना कि कोच वो भी कम है जो इंडिया में प्रो लाइसेंस है. इट जस्ट दे डोंट गेट चांसेस, दे डोंट गेट द एक्सपीरियंस. दैट्स द होल टुगेदर. ऑफ कोर्स कर सकते हैं, करना चाहिए भैया. क्या हम लोगों को यानी एएफए को एक टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर रखना चाहिए जो सब कुछ चीज़ों पर ध्यान दे. है यहाँ टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर भी पर डिफरेंट लेवल पे है, रखना चाहिए. आइडियली यस होता है टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर. सुनो नेगी जी, इफ यू गुरप्रीत अगेन गेट्स एन ऑफर फ्रॉम नॉर्वे क्लब सो बीएफसी विल आउट लीव हिम, राइट? वो तो देखो बेंगलुरु को डिसाइड करना. हाँ, इस बारे में हमने बात करी नहीं. खेलना उन्हें एक्सक्लूसिव इन्फॉर्मेशन निकाली थी, मैं और डिटेल्स दे देता हूँ उस बारे में. दैट ड्यूरिंग द विंटर ट्रांसफर विंडो गुरप्रीत रिसीव्ड सेटबैक अप्रोच गुरप्रीत टू बिकम द नंबर 1. Only issue was in Gurpreet case, he was under contract with Bangalore FC at that time. Of course, last 6 months of his contract when that thing happened. But the club wanted him to join in the Feb for the last month of pre-season. They have a cup game in the March. And it was first choice offer from them, not to be second choice goalkeeper. But I think considering last time जब गुरप्रीत इंडिया आए थे, उसका पॉडकास्ट इस चैनल पे है. गुरप्रीत के साथ पॉडकास्ट जरूर देखना आप, इस चैनल पे है. गुरप्रीत ने बताया था कि कैसे उस टाइम अपने करियर के बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पड़ाव पे खड़े थे. उनकी नेशनल टीम में जगह पक्की नहीं थी, because he was in and out playing in Europe also. स्टीफन ने बोला उनको खेलना चाहिए एंड एशिया कप आ रहा था तो गुरप्रीत को आना पड़ा इंडिया बिकॉज उनको एशिया कप भी खेलना था. इस टाइम भी जिस फेज में वो खड़े हैं, अगर वो जाते सेटबैक जाते खेलने के लिए नॉर्वे फेब में, तो शायद वो हीरो इंटरनेशनल के कुछ मैचेस नहीं खेल पाते. सैफ चैंपियनशिप तो डेफिनेटली नहीं खेल पाते बिकॉज वो फीफा विंडो पे मैच डे पे नहीं है. नॉर्वे की लीग भी चल रही है. तो आई थिंक ये सब फैक्टर्स भी काम किए हैं. गुरप्रीत के माइंड में होगा कि यार मुझे एशिया कप खेलना है, मैं अपनी नेशनल टीम की जगह कैसे बचा रखूंगा अगर मैं रेगुलरली इंटरनेशनल मैचेस नहीं खेलूंगा. बिकॉज इवेंचुअली कोच विल फॉल बैक टू द रिजर्व ऑप्शन व्हेन गुरप्रीत इज नॉट अवेलेबल. आई थिंक दैट्स द रीजन. That's one of the critical reason that is not gone. But let's see, anything can change. Gurpreet on right now is not the best, but one of the best goalkeepers in Asia. Any day on his day, we have seen the quality difference he has in the last 2 penalty shootout. And एक चीज मैंने वॉच अलॉन्ग में बात बताई थी. I will say here कि when Gurpreet was with East Bengal 20, उनको क्रिटिसाइज किया जाता था कि लेफ्ट हैंड की तरफ वो कम सेव करते हैं, मतलब his weakness is there on the left hand, वहाँ मारते तो गोल होते हैं. All the penalty saves he made in 2 penalty shootout, and the majority of them was on the left side. I think I have to check, but I think the 2 penalty save which he made, 2 save की उन्होंने penalty, दोनों ही लेफ्ट साइड पे थी. सर कब जॉन फर्नांडो आएगा कोलकाता में? आ जाएंगे अभी. I think most of the clubs will have their pre-season going on by 20th July. So we will see coaching staff, we will see players coming up in next 15 days for sure. Thoughts on Ashik words about the lack of infrastructure to play? I totally agree. DLS agree. Thumbs up to Ashik. Great, need a courage to go and stand for an issue. And it's a joke that if Kerala government want to pay a 40 crores to Argentina just to play one match, invest that money in a grassroots. See what Odisha government is doing for sports in their state. Fantastic facilities for a football. पूरा टूर्नामेंट उड़ीसा गवर्नमेंट ने खुद होस्ट किया है. बाय द वे हीरो इंटरनेशनल कप सारा खर्चा, स्टेडियम, होटल, सब कुछ उन्होंने खर्च किया है. तो आई थिंक दैट शोज द कमिटमेंट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. भाई इज परवेशन गिल कमिंग टू ईस्ट बंगाल एंड महेश कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अपडेट. अभी तो महेश ने नया कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया नहीं है, तो लेट्स सी क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता वहाँ पे. गिल इज डेफिनेटली एन ऑप्शन फॉर ईस्ट बंगाल, बट वो भी चीज़ डन नहीं हुई है. सर कभी हबास आएंगे? हबास आएगा कोलकाता में, ऑफकोर्स शांतनु ही विल कम. लेट गुरप्रीत रिप्लेस डेविड क्या? He is also Manchester United fan, I think. I am sure. Let's see. Gurpreet's performance in Qatar was, India made a draw because Gurpreet was in the goal that day. Jamshedpur FC, Punjab FC कुछ अभी है नहीं. Dragon Master major update. Different football question again, but are you excited? मैंने बता दिया भाई, आर्यन जांगरा मैं excited हूँ चंद्रयान 3 के लिए, और मैं इंटरेस्ट रखता भी हूँ एरोस्पेस और इन चीज़ों में, तो I am going to keenly keep my finger crossed and follow that stuff for sure. If a player have a desire to play for a specific ISL team and the transfer is possible, but his contribution to his current team is huge, what would be the mentality of the club? Parent club, I think mentality will be there depending on. I will ask that player why you want to leave. Is it for money? Is it for something else? Say a club player saying it's not just for money. I want to compete for titles. So if I am positioned as a club, can I compete for title? Yes or no? If I'm yes, then I give assurance to player कि हम team बना रहे हैं where you can compete a title here and give us 1 year maybe. Thapa for example is a great example where Chennai FC said कि give us 1 year, we'll try to compete for titles, and which eventually Chennai FC not able to did last season. So I think and they didn't stop him now to go to Mohun Bagan and got a good transfer money also from him. I think ये चीजें हैं. Martinez visit, I don't even agree on the, but why he came to Kolkata, I don't know. Did it help Kolkata domestic football हमारे? I don't think so. It's more of a PR and the media marketing strategy. Sometimes I don't agree, जितना पैसा उसमें खर्च किया है उतना पैसा CFL की यूथ लीग्स में, CFL में लगा दो, ज़्यादा बेटर रहेगा. my personal opinion, I know अर्जेंटीना का huge fan base है कोलकाता में. I agree, I see the hype he able to generate, but मेरी पर्सनल ओपिनियन है कि I don't see him वो करें. Can come and score 18+ goal. ISL always have been tough for strikers, not all these strikers have got success. Roy Krishna got, Ugbeche got, but not many strikers have got success accordingly. Negi by Salt Lake Stadium seat reduced to 66K, so how expect more crowd in Kolkata derby? If it got increased, it become unsafe for women and family crowd. That's the reason. I know, but 66,000 भी अगर attendance है capacity, अगर मोहन बगान can get to 50,000 average, that will be a great attendance. That will beat majority of Premier League clubs, for example, average attendance. So I think that's my whole point is. सर गोयंका तो 5 ईयर का अंडर साइन मार्टिनेज, आई डोंट नो, डिडंट गेट इट. उड़ीसा से एशियन प्लेयर अपडेट अभी आई थिंक देयर वाज सम अपडेट ना उड़ीसा से का. I have to check पर एक बार. Is Kerala Blaster looking for wing forward or secondary striker forward? I think they are looking for secondary striker. Winger तो नहीं देखेंगे. I think it's more of a secondary striker who can play on the wings also. What happened to Shillong Lojong FC? अच्छा, I'm wearing Shillong Lojong. They are into I-League now. Shillong Lojong qualified for I-League. So hopefully one of my favorites clubs over the years. And I remember watching I-League games on TV where Shillong Lojong used to have 20,000 people with the umbrella on. When it's raining in Shillong, it's a great. Shillong Lojong, I have good memories. They used to be a club filled with the sponsors, Adidas. Here यहाँ पे कभी Gioni होता था, कभी Aircel होता था, कभी पीछे Nokia होता था, McDonald होता था. That was one of the club who run very well in pre-ISL days, in terms of sponsorship, in terms of marketing activities, in terms of youth development. Of course, there is no next to Shillong Lojong, but they have done for youth development in Northeast. It's the first Northeast club to qualify for I-League. So I think I have good memories. And मेरे पास शिलोंग के I think 3 या 4 जर्सीज भी हैं, which this is one of those. And आशीष नेगी का समर्थक हमारे मॉड है, उन्होंने बोला था कि पहन के आना, तो मैं पहन के भी आया हूँ आज. So I think मेरा मतलब I hope Shillong Lojong sustain themselves in I-League. It's a great boost for Northeast football and Meghalaya football especially. Maybe not Northeast anymore because there are more clubs in Northeast. जब Shillong Lojong, when they came in I-League, they became a first club from Northeast to promote in I-League. They took care of Northeast as a reason. जो Northeast United को करना था, the work which Northeast United was supposed to do, Shillong did before Northeast United. They took care of whole reason, gave opportunity to all the Northeast footballers, and now of course they're focused more in Meghalaya because other Northeast states have their good clubs now. So I think I hope they do well. Personally, it's good important for our youth development in Northeast. By group, but Gurpreet इन साल इंडिया के लिए खेला है, नॉर्वे के क्लब में फर्स्ट चॉइस कीपर, बट इंप्रेसिव होता जस्ट लाइक मनीषा कल्याण. It would be bigger than the Manisha Kalyan because playing for Norway first division is a great. I know Manisha Kalyan doing well, but यार situation देखो, mentality आपको भी देखनी पड़ेगी. Competition है national team places के लिए, nobody wants to lose their place, and if during the build up of the tournament ही player नहीं आ पा रहा है, तो वो last time भी यही, इसीलिए वो he came back. Of course Bengaluru gave him good offer, then now then he signed new, इस time भी sign करना पड़ा because then the window for Norway club got closed, so he has to sign for Bengaluru FC to make sustain his future. But I think let's see. I think Gurpreet and European story is not over. I think there will be a new chapter written it in future. Let's see when the new chapter will come. Update about FSDL sanction to kill last. अभी तक मेरे पे कोई update नहीं है. Resume. I don't have any update on that. Do European A-League clubs scout in India? Premier League has some regulation which doesn't let scout in countries below a certain day. Scouting does not stop anywhere. So, for example, Thailand have a scout from Premier League. So, Premier League, Leicester is signing a player from Premier League Thailand. So, it's not like that. Scouting के लिए कोई regulations नहीं होते. Signing के लिए, of course, there was a regulation in Premier League that you have to be above 70. वो भी change हो रहा है. Hopefully in England, वो Premier League का नहीं, English FA का regulation था. ISL first team will play, that depends on ISL clubs, but I think majority will have a first mix of first team and the reserve players. Your expectation for Indian team in Asia Cup? My expectation is win the game, get to the knockout stage. We won the game, last time in AFC Asia Cup. So let's see. Let's go. What's going on? Also, is there is a new under-16 team trials going on all across the India. And I think let's see the final trials, the final team when's coming up. It will be great for Indian football to another under-16 team. FA Cup का for Vitty, please. FA Cup, the Federation Cup format, I think knockout ही होगा. It will be between ISL going on. So they have to agree with FSDL, AIFF. They are not very surprised. They did not have any kind of conversation with FSDL regarding Federation Cup and Super Cup. And they announced the Federation Cup revival and say we'll do the in between. Now saying they will discuss with FSDL regarding same. Let's see. भाई नवाज के बारे में अभी तो कोई अपडेट है नहीं. आई थिंक नवाज, देयर इज इनफ क्लब हु आर लुकिंग फॉर अ गोलकीपर्स. Kerala Blaster definitely need a new goalkeeper if they are set to sell the Gill. So I think Nawaz will find some kind of suitors in ISL only. Bro, please tell any BFC news. Is there any update about BFC foreigners? अभी कोई update नहीं है अनुराग चुयाल, but there will be some update in coming days. What do you think, भाई? Will ISL send their first team? I think mix match रहेगा क्योंकि देखो September में ही ISL start हो रहा है. So why not? It's a good tournament to play in a pre-season, so see your youngsters and foreigners to do well in Indian conditions. And I think Chante's form, he started doing well in Durand Cup, continued his form in ISL, continued his form in the Super Cup, continued his form in the national team. So I think it's an important tournament. So many of them will send the first team. Don't worry about it. Sahel deal percentage to Mohan Bagan same as last week. Arka Chakravarti जो last time दिया था मैंने 60% to Mohan Bagan, then 30 to Bengaluru and 10% to other team. अभी तक इंटरकाशियन दिल्ली एफसी स्टेडियम अभी तक इनकी क्लैरिटी नहीं है. दिल्ली एफसी तो आई थिंक विल प्ले इन दिल्ली फॉर दिल्ली एफसी. अच्छा देयर आर डू दिल्ली नाउ. जैसे दिल्ली एफसी वो क्वालिफाई फॉर आई लीग, देयर अनदर दिल्ली फ्रेंचाइजी कमिंग. सो अभी तक ये दोनों दिल्ली में ही खेलने वाले हैं. दिल्ली एफसी न्यू दिल्ली फ्रेंचाइजी. इंटरकाशी का देखना पड़ेगा क्या है क्या नहीं है. हनीपाम डील परसेंटेज अभी वो मेरे पास वो थोड़ा मुश्किल है देने के लिए. सर मोहन बगान RFDL team playing in Durand Cup. I think there will be first team playing from Mohan Bagan also. I think they will mix of first team and the reserve team. I don't think anybody is going to have full-fledged B team in a Durand Cup. ISL team not contributing new development. This is not nothing new. अगर आप दीपेंद्र सिंह जी आप पहले देखते आ रहे हो शो को तो आपको पता है कि हमने हाईलाइट किया है इशू. This is not something new which has happened in ISL. I want them to take it place. Let's see if they can get seriously, going ahead. Let me see any more comments. Sir, think Vibin Mohan will get a chance. I think Vibin Mohan, hopefully, he does get a chance, but he's in Greece right now. So let's see, can he come back and do well in the games for Kerala Blasters in this preseason? Will be great. We have seen referee even more incident which affected ISL team and SAFF Bangladesh matches. Several other matches in short term we can give silly, but it will affect. But I know the referees are. Which leagues is there when referees have done well? Every league has their problem. So I think ultimate solution is ultimate solution is. Just give me 1 second. I'm checking. Ultimate solution is develop our own referees. We should get ISL ने बोला था AIFF को that they will get more foreign referees, but eventually AIFF want to develop Indian referees, and AIFF referees department is AIFF, so they have to get into improving, improving the referee standard in India, not just foreign. And they should mix match. They should bring foreign referees and let foreign referees conduct the as a first referee, put a Indian good referees as assistant, so that they can see that how they're conducting matches, how the advantage is played. I see that, I see that at the various situation, our referee does not know how to play advantage in football. They whistle, they stop the games. So I think these things they need to learn from foreign referees, and I think that's where it's very important to have a mixed match of Indian and foreign referees in ISL. But get the good referees for big games, Kolkata Derby, Bangalore versus Kerala Blaster, tensed game, heated game. So they are referees who can control the tempo of the game sometime, because they have to keep the game allowing. Some referees are very strict, There are some referees in Europe I've seen who are very strict, and they, from the first whistle, they make sure there is no notorious activities going on the pitch, like tackles and everything. So I think that's where the Indian referees need to learn. Let's see. Sir, FC Goa don't have an Indian CF now. Only leagues coming. Devinder hai unke paas yaar. I don't think Devinder has left. Under 17 next coach not decided. Abhi to choda hai. Abhi let's see. Sir, same thing in India versus Kuwait. Yes, that's the whole point. The referee didn't know how to play advantage. And I will tell you one more thing, silly thing. And one of the extra time or half time, Kuwait substituted the player, and player directly went to the pitch, right? And referee aaya, fourth referee ne sirf wo dikhaya, par wo ideally rule is that the player have to enter after the fourth referee shows the substitution sign. वो पहले अंदर जाके बैठ के खेलना चालू कर दिया, अलाउ कर दिया है. आइडल वे, दैट्स द वे टू डू इट. कहीं भी देखना हाफ टाइम पे सब्स्टिट्यूशन होता है तो वो प्लेयर बाद में दोबारा एंटर्ड करता है जहां से टेक्निकल एरिया से. They are not allowed to go directly on the pitch until unless referee shows that sign. But ये किसी एक कुवैत ने एक सब्स्टिट्यूशन किया था, वो डायरेक्टली अंदर चलेगा प्लेयर, एंड रेफरी बाद में दिखा रहा है खाली, और प्लेयर अंदर वहां से उस टाइम से प्लेयर एंटर करना चाहता. These kind of stuff referees need to learn. Our world of the referees, South Asia, not just in India. How many total teams should be in ISL to make a world standard? I think it's not about total teams. It's about how many grassroots leagues we have, how many grassroots clubs we have, how many academies we have. Then we can ISL से सीधे वर्ल्ड कप में नहीं जाएंगे. उड़ीसा एफसी एशियन टीम प्लेयर्स अपडेट. व्हाट इज द अपडेट ऑन विक्टर रोड्रिगेज? मैं पता करूंगा फुटबॉलर्स, अभी तो कोई अपडेट नहीं है. कोलकाता क्लब्स की एकेडमी इतनी स्ट्रांग क्यों नहीं होती जबकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट की एकेडमीज और मिनर्वा एकेडमी से बहुत प्लेयर्स आते हैं? आई थिंक मोहन बगान की सेल एकेडमी होती थी. नाउ आई होप दैट व्हाट आई एम टोल्ड, मोहन बगान इज गोइंग टू इन्वेस्ट लॉट्स ऑफ मनी into the grassroots football also, because the future is secure. There is no conflict with the fans, I'm told, and they are building teams for the reserve team, for the youth age teams, and I am told there's a big announcement about the academy also be done by Mohan Bagan in next 6 months. Who will be very tough to say who's the winner. Let's see team squad get announced, then we'll see. SAFF वाली रेफरी की बात मत करो. Who will be winner of, अभी बहुत मुश्किल है डुरन का विनर बताना. Let's see. Lara Sharma to Blaster, good. Troll Masters, you are listening right. I think Lara Sharma is one of the goalkeeper who's available in the market. Kerala Blaster definitely looking into it, but let's see. अभी बहुत early है बोलना कि done हो गया है, but yeah, Kerala Blaster of course they are one of the 2 or 3 clubs who are looking into Lara Sharma. So and Kerala is definitely looking for the goalkeeper, so they're going to look for all the available goalkeeper in the market. नेक्स्ट AFC कप में जापान, कोरिया, सऊदी क्लब खेलेंगे क्या? अभी देखो, एक AFC हैव टू क्लैरिफाई द स्ट्रक्चर, बट कह तो रहे हैं कि देयर विल बी डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज क्लब्स इन AFC कप आल्सो. दे वांट टू मेक इट लाइक अ यूरोप, वेयर दे एवरी कंट्री हैव क्लब्स इन एवरी काइंड ऑफ AFC टूर्नामेंट्स. सो लेट्स होप सो. एंड आई थिंक एक और चीज जो मैं सरप्राइज हूँ कि इंडिया को ग्रुप स्टेज सीधे बाहर निकाल के सीधे AFC कप में डाल दिया. हमें प्लेऑफ तो मिलना चाहिए था AFC कप में, चैंपियंस लीग में. सो AFC का यही मामला है यार, हमारे यहाँ के मतलब सिस्टम यही है. अभी तक VAR पे कोई अपडेट नहीं है मेरे पास, वेरी ऑनेस्टली. एनी प्लान्स ऑफ ट्रैवलिंग चल रही? भाई चाहते नहीं क्या फुटबॉल कवर करूँ, कुछ करूँ इंडियन फुटबॉल के लिए. हु आर द न्यू इन्वेस्टर्स इन हैदराबाद? इट्स अ ग्रुप फ्रॉम मिडिल ईस्ट, सो कंफर्मेशन आई थिंक क्लब ही दे देगा, बेटर रहेगा. बट या द कंफर्मेशन मैंने आपको दे ही दिया था पिछले हफ्ते ऑन दैट कि दे हैव सिक्योर द इन्वेस्टर्स. FC के आर लुकिंग एनी आई लीग प्लेयर्स स्पेशली विंग बैक? अभी तक तो कुछ नहीं. आई थिंक गोवा से ही क्लब्स होंगे, प्लेयर्स होंगे उनके जो भी होंगे. एनीथिंग ऑन प्यूतिया? अभी तक कोई कंफर्मेशन नहीं है. 2 टीम्स वही बात चल रही है, कोई कंफर्मेशन आया नहीं है मेरे पास. वहाँ पे मोहन बगान से भी नेगोशिएट करना है उनको, सिर्फ प्लेयर से नहीं. Bro from SAFF and Intercontinental Cup, can we say Stimac has 15-16 player clear his mind? Yes, I think now we can say that what is first 15 to 18 players for sure. When ISL gonna announce round glass Punjab arrival? I think once all the paperwork and everything done, they're going to announce. But I think they are nearly in now. They're building a team for ISL. Update on Ishan Pandita. Multiple clubs still chasing him. Top 18 in Asia, only 4 from East Zone, rest 14 from West Zone. In terms of teams, I think because West Zone is strong, and मेरा क्वेश्चन है, रुको ढूंढ के लाता हूँ. वाह भैया बढ़िया है. What about OCI card? Nothing, no development. भाई क्या सैफ को डिसॉल्व करके सैफ टीम को काफा और एशियन रीजन में बांटना चाहिए, क्योंकि सैफ ग्रो नहीं कर रहा है खास मेरे मेंस फुटबॉल में. आई थिंक नाउ देखो, मैं तो बोलूंगा सैफ नीड अ चेंज ऑफ प्रेसिडेंसी. द बांग्लादेश प्रेसिडेंट काजी दो हैव, ही नीड टू गो. There need to a new leadership need to come who think about South Asia in general. It's a very bad kind of a leadership which SAFF has, and we have seen what ASEAN is doing. What ASEAN is doing, what KAFA is doing, what West Asia is doing. So we have to do so. And I think छोड़ के इंडिया जा नहीं सकता. SAFF got a political reason. It will give bad messages. So वो छोड़ के तो जाएगा. India can go as a guest to the regions, and we can invite just Kuwait, Lebanon को बना SAFF region में invite कर सकते हैं. And I think they should invite more teams, more than 2 maybe. Make a one from Europe, make one from these kind of stuff. Will Silji Saji be a great asset for Indian team? Being one of the emerging players, young players should be given a more playing time. Yes, I agree. वो देख लिया भाई वीडियो मैंने. और आशीष नेगी का समर्थक मॉड, आप कमेंट सेक्शन में जब वीडियो ऑफलाइन जाएगा टाइम स्टैम्प डाल देना जब वीडियो करेक्ट ऑडियो के साथ सही होगा. So that we'll get a comment pin also, so people can start it there, because starting में काफी सारा time waste है. Rather than increasing the squad depth, Kerala Blasters selling good Indian players, it's hard to be Kerala Blaster fan. I know, and I kept on telling Kerala Blaster fans, ask the clubs right questions. Don't be just agree to whatever club is doing, and some Kerala Blaster fans have done it. But right now it's a difficult situation for club. I don't want to say that club is not. They are doing at their best to solve the situation and to bring club on par with Because last few seasons Kerala Blasters did invested a good amount of money in the first team. So there was commitment shown by the owners. It's not the owners are not committed. Of course committed, but the situation of the current is not in their favor. They have to come out of the situation to build the team for future. So let's see. भैया शिलोंग जोंग कौन सी सीजन की जर्सी है? I think यार ये मुझे भी नहीं पता. I think 14-15 की होगी मेरे हिसाब से तो 14-15 the away jersey. I have home also, and I have their recent jerseys also. So I was, a big fan of Shillong Lejong, but they've done for Northeast. ईशान पंडिता के लिए पंजाब FC अच्छा हो सकता है. Yes, बिल्कुल अच्छा हो सकता है. अंकुर जैन डेफिनेटली, पर डिपेंड करता है कितने फॉरेन स्ट्राइकर्स हैं. स्टैंड अप एंड शो जर्सी प्रॉपर्ली. भाई मैं को मॉडल थोड़ा वहाँ पे ऐसे ही देख लो, जर्सी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. नीचे तो वाइट ही है, प्लेन वाइट. साइड से ये एडिडास की 3 स्ट्रिप है और ये नॉर्मल एडिडास का डिज़ाइन है, बट समटाइम प्लेन जर्सी लुक वेरी गुड. एंड मेरे पे मुझे फेवरेट इंडियन टीम की जर्सी एक फोटो मैं आज डालूंगा अपने ट्विटर पे. मेरे हार्ड ड्राइव मैंने पुरानी लगाई थी, हार्ड ड्राइव मेरे पुरानी फोटोज देख रहा था. इंडियन टीम की एक जर्सी थी जो इंडिया ने एशियन गेम्स में पहनी थी, 2014 एशियन गेम्स में. दैट्स माई फेवरेट जर्सी. आई एम लुकिंग टू गेट दैट जर्सी होम एंड अवे बोथ. फंटास्टिक, ऑल टाइम फेवरेट जर्सी है मेरी इंडिया की वो 2014 वाली, ब्लू एंड व्हाइट. मतलब ब्लू इज द फर्स्ट टीम एंड व्हाइट, व्हाट अ व्हाइट, प्लेन व्हाइट एंड देयर इज अ ऑरेंज स्ट्रिप ऑन इट. नाइकी की जर्सी थी, fantastic design. I think that was an ultimate. Sometimes people need to agree. The plain designs look better, on TV, on naturally. ज़्यादा जर्सीज में खुराफात करनी नहीं होती है जो आजकल के मैन्युफैक्चर सोचते हैं वो करने के लिए. I don't think friendlies होंगे before qualifiers. Saurav Rana. I-League North South Zone. I agree. Let's see, but how they can do North South Zone. Northeast के club कहाँ जाएंगे उसमें? Either they should make it 4 zone maybe, a North Zone, a Northeast Zone, a South Zone, and another zone. Then you have 4 teams. Then I don't know how they do it, but those zone में तो बांटना बहुत मुश्किल है Indian football को. That's concern is there. Why doesn't Mohan Bagan SG spend their resource on player development instead of unnecessary spending on acquiring new players? They will do it. I'm told they're going to announce the academy plan very soon. गला ठीक हो गया भाई अभी के लिए तो ठीक है. Honeypalm deal percentage. Arka, I don't have any percentage of Honeypalm right now. Thoughts on Premier League transfer prediction for upcoming season like टॉप 7. भाई गुरुदेव भाई, पहले तो मैं कोई एक फैन ही हूँ आपकी तरह प्रीमियर लीग का. हम लोग करना चाहते हैं वर्ल्ड फुटबॉल का कंटेंट इस चैनल पे. आप लोग बताना दैट इफ यू गाइस वांट टू हार्दिक एंड ऑल टू वॉच अलोंग्स कम्युनिटी शील्ड के फाइनल्स एंड ऑल, इफ यू वांट टू डू इट. मैं मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का फैन हूँ, तो अभी तो यूनाइटेड की टीम कुछ बन नहीं रही है. आई थिंक मैनचेस्टर सिटी इज फेवरेट फॉर द टाइटल. स्ट्रेट अवे राइवल्स हैं, वो मैं उनको वहाँ रखूँगा ऑन पार. How Arsenal is investing now, you have to keep them on number 2 option. I think उसके अलावा Liverpool making this serious team again, so they will be there for sure, top 3. Newcastle be investing and everything, they will be there. Manchester United should be there in this race for top 4. Title का मुझे पता नहीं, until unless मैं जो बताऊंगा, मुझे क्या पता Manchester United को क्या करना चाहिए वो बताऊंगा आपको. Then 5th होगी आपकी Chelsea भी है जो अपनी टीम बना रही है, and then Premier League is unpredictable, you know, so it's tough to say, you know, that who will be not there in 7 and 6. Talking about Manchester United, I think I feel Brighton is also as well as I'm not said. I feel that they need to get a goalkeeper, a new goalkeeper definitely. मैं 4-5 साल से as a fan have been asking for it. मैं गया भी था Manchester 2020 में, मैं वहाँ भी पूछ के आया क्लब को करना चाहिए गोलकीपर, क्लब को नया गोलकीपर लाना चाहिए. I think it's just that anybody else than David Gea. David Gea is a legend of the club, but now it's time for club to look for a modern goalkeeper. That's one thing. You know, I also want कि we sell out Eric Bailly, Harry Maguire and get a new centre back to have a good 4th centre back. First choice is Varane, Martinez, Victor Lindelof, and a 4th choice centre back. And you know that's my preference. We sell 2 centre backs, get a new centre back in that. I really want club to get another defensive midfielder to recover. To even they can sell Fred, McTominay both, and get another defensive midfielder and integrate Hannibal Masbury in that midfield for Manchester United alongside Eriksen, Bruno and Mount. That's my requirement. Then get another number 9 for sure. Keep Martial, but get a number 9. That number 9 can be young Kane ideally, but Kane is not going to come Manchester United. So that's what another requirement I have. And I also want club to integrate Mason Greenwood again in the batch. You know how they can do it, and let's see. I think they get a new goalkeeper, a defensive midfielder, a striker. 3 important positions from now, other than Mason Mount. These 3 signings, then I can say Manchester United might challenge for trophies and titles this season. So that's why. Is Thongba Singh as a head coach or corner necessary assistant coach confirmed from Jamshedpur? I think that will be the structure, Alex Benny, because उसके पास license नहीं है corner के पास. Where is Komal Thatal is going? Nothing confirmed as of now. Mumbai City को Nigerian striker का rumor का क्या update है? अभी कोई update नहीं है आर्को उसके बारे में. Can we a top hope team for a better East Bengal team? I think देखो East Bengal try तो कर रहा है, but competition बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया ISL के अंदर. अब round class पंजाब भी आ गया. So let's see. I think they should do it. With Carlos Kodad, I have a trust they will do better than previous seasons. भैया please check up player name कार्तिक तुलासी. भाई देखना पड़ेगा यार, बड़ा random सा नाम है. India must, bro, in future can you see a future like Ronaldo, Messi in form of Nishan Pandit and Sahil Abdul Samad? समझा नहीं भाई, बहुत मुश्किल है, comparison नहीं कर सकते. India must do multi-year deal with Kafa so that we constantly play against Iran, Uzbekistan for youth teams. I think that's the deal. I think they will be there this season onwards. Indonesia standing under 20 for Asian Games. India should also, but under 23 team is also good exposure because AFC qualifiers भी होने हैं उसी बीच में. Bro, that's bro's team match is demanding 1 month camp. Is it possible? Not possible. Unlikely. Thoughts on the saga of Rice Arsenal transfer? Is it some kind of play from Pixie? Is there in some transfer happened in ISL history? I think Rice का तो हो गया, बासमती राइस तो नहीं, Declan Rice का जरूर हुआ है to Arsenal. I think great. What Arsenal is doing now is like they're acting like a very serious club, which they didn't look like in the last 10 years. Very serious. You know, they backed. Arteta was on the verge of losing the job. They backed Arteta. You know, it's Arteta way or a highway for these players. So that's a good way from Arsenal to build the club, you know, and Arsenal is a serious club, looks like a serious club again. Indian football में भी transfer sagas चले हैं. Akash Mishra is a recent example, you know, which got on for very long. Apuya was another example which got on for very long. You know, there will be example of Sahel going on right now. ऐसा नहीं है, Indian football transfer saga is also very critical. Limit for foreign players, Champions League looks like a 6 players. Abhishek, पर अभी तक confirmation नहीं आया है. Is Ashish out of Igor Stimac plan? Looks like yes. Looks like yes. Mbappe, what thoughts I can give? I think Mbappe have to go to Real Madrid. You know, that's the only thing. I think he's not going to stay with PSG. वो डरा धमका के रह दिया बहुत है. मैं मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैन किलर से फैन हूँ. I hate our club owners. जिंदगी टफ है भैया आपकी. Life is tough. I feel supporting Manchester United get toxic sometime, you know, and so now our family understand. If there's a weekend, there's a game. And after the game, I've shut down the TV. I'm not talking to anyone. I've just went to my room and on my phone, or I'm not talking to anyone. They know that Manchester United have lost the game, you know. And same with the Indian team sometime. You know, अभी तो देखो recent time match हारे नहीं है, finger cross. But I used to go home from office, don't talk to anyone. Family knows today India has lost the game at any level. भाई नॉर्थ कोरिया में वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर तो इंडिया जाएगी। अभी नॉर्थ कोरिया ने कंफर्मेशन दिया नहीं है एएफसी को कि वो करेंगे नहीं करेंगे, बट बेंगलुरु एफसी गया था नॉर्थ कोरिया खेलना, तो इंडिया भी जाएगी भाई, क्या क्या दिक्कत है उसमें। भाई आप सर्च कर लो भैया, प्लीज चेकअप प्लेयर नेम। यार मैं सर्च करके देखूंगा, आपके प्लेयर मैंने रख लिया है, अपने सर्च हिस्ट्री में डाल देता हूँ तो आई विल फिगर आउट। अच्छा लुक्स लाइक इंडियन ओरिजिन प्लेयर कार्तिक तुलासी, इंस्टाग्राम पे दिख रहा है भाई, तो मैं बात करता हूँ भाई। नहीं ये तो कोई शेफ है, खाने की फोटो डाल रहा है। ओके ओके, प्लेइंग इन ला लीगा, बट ला लीगा में तो नहीं खेल रहे हैं ये। देखो स्पेन के 4th डिवीजन में भी खेलते होते हैं, तो वो ला लीगा बोल देते हैं। He said he's 24 and he inspired to be a professional footballer. This could look like a good PR, because by 24, if he's not a professional footballer, by your career is done. It's tough to be a professional footballer after 24. See, I have to check. I will not go with the, you know, I don't know. This looks like another player went for Spain for study and then playing in the international teams. Sorry. Where is Hardik today? ऑफिस आया था, निकल गया घर अपने। मुंबई सिटी कम्स टू इंडिया कोची, सो आई विल चेक। मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बट लुक्स लाइक अ प्लेयर हु वेंट टू स्पेन फॉर स्टडी एंड प्लेइंग फॉर इंटरनेशनल टीम। मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैन, केरला ब्लास्टर फैन, ईस्ट बंगाल फैन, आई हेट आवर क्लब ओनर एंड दोज लेगेसी ऑफिसर। Any news on overseas players in Indian team? Like Park played with Indian, Himojyoti, no news, not possible. AFC Champions League starting date parallel होगा क्या ISL? Yes, it will parallel. There will be games during the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Champions League के, और ISL have to go to weekend model. Thoughts on Irfan? I think good to go to Chennai. JJ get this success at Chennai. He will be there. I hope so, because we need strikers coming up very soon. Which club is looking to sign Cancelo? I think maybe go to Italy, maybe Inter Milan or AC Milan, this kind of stuff. Ashik has raised the issue of basic infrastructure of football in Kerala. What are thoughts? I have given my thoughts, Sagar, already. I had 100% support to Ashik. Kerala government should be looking into what Ashik has said instead of inviting Argentina to play in Kerala. आज सब गए भाई, आदि से बात करो Instagram में. Make a virtual interview with ISL coaches. You can't do it in person interview as it is in will be tough because of your location. Asking for months, no interviews, it will engaging. Jia Tamil, we have done interviews. Don't worry, and we'll bring the interviews. And this season, hopefully, round class Punjab playing in Delhi. And with highly clubs playing in Delhi, so I think we hope we bring something to you, and I think we're trying to get another studio in the other part of the country where we can get regular interviews. पर हमने interviews किए हैं सबके, ऐसी बात नहीं है, काफ़ी सारे coaches के exclusive podcast हमारे उस पे है। आपको होम पेज पे जाओगे तो podcast वाले सेक्शन में जाओगे, आपको वहाँ पे काफ़ी सारे अच्छे इंटरव्यूज वो डिटेल होते हैं। दिक्कत क्या हुई है, मुझे पॉडकास्ट के साथ अच्छे पॉडकास्ट के लोग देखते ही नहीं है यार। Either we don't upload full, अगर हम पार्ट्स में अपलोड करें, maybe that will be better. But let's see, we will do that and figure out. अभी सोम का आने वाला है, तो सोम का आप जरूर देखना, आप यंग प्लेयर की कहानी है। Can we see more inverted wingers and defender coming into midfield and midfielder coming to defense or playing in the match like Pep City? I have noticed same with Jixon sometime in centre back. I think is happening in football now. Because अभी क्या होगा, I think asymmetric formations बोलते हैं इसको, अपने अगर आपको टेक्निकली पता होगा, asymmetric formation में क्या होता है कि एक प्लेयर वो खेलता विंगर है पर होता मिडफील्डर है। लाइक ब्रूनो प्लेड ऑन अ राइट विंग फॉर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड। पेप की टीम में बहुत बार ये होता है कि एसिमेट्रिक फॉर्मेशन होती है, उसमें क्या होता है, राइट बैक मिडफील्ड में आ जाता है, डिफेंसिव मिडफील्ड की पोजीशन पर, मिडफील्डर आगे चले जाते हैं। तो ये होता है, ये ऑलरेडी होता आ रहा है, काफ़ी प्लेयर्स यूज़ करते, कोचेज यूज़ करते आ रहे हैं। इंडियन फुटबॉल में भी आपको शायद देखने को मिल जाएगा। इट्स डिपेंडिंग ऑन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई पर्सनली फील, अगर प्रीतम कोटाल आपके राइट बैक हैं तो मैं उनको इंस्टेड ऑफ ओवरलैप आई विल आस्क हिम टू गेट इनटू मिडफील्ड and get my midfielder on the wider position. Like Pep does it with De Bruyne a lot. Walker remains in that midfield sometimes. Cancelo, for example, went to the midfield. Zinchenko gets into midfield for Arsenal. तो हो रहा है फुटबॉल में, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। वन लद्दाख कौन से आई लीग में खेलेगा, कौन सी लीग में? आई थिंक अभी तो स्टेट लीग खेलना पड़ेगा पहले उनको। योर मुंबई सिटी 11 चैंपियंस लीग बनाएंगे, मुंबई सिटी हाइप, इसका भी चैंपियंस लीग 11। लिस्टन शुड गो टू गोवा अंडर मनोलो, ही कैन ब्रिंग बैक confidence of Listens. Why Ashish Rai out of this match plan? I think maybe he feels Norim and Nikhil Pujari better option, because I was looking into one of the previous watch along India versus Qatar का, मैंने अपना टेक्निकल प्रीव्यू देख रहा था, रिव्यू, उसमें निखिल पुजारी लेफ्ट फिंगर खेले थे इंडिया के लिए। सो मे बी Stimac like निखिल पुजारी प्लेइंग रेगुलरली फॉर हिम। व्हाट यार मैं अपने एम्प्लॉय की सैलरीज नहीं बताऊंगा, सौरभ राणा आपको अच्छी सैलरीज है, दे आर हैप्पी, आप उनको अनसेटल्ड मत करो वीडियो पूछ के। How is silent team rank is behind us, but they are in Asian zone team. Thailand is a good team, but we have defeated them back to back in Kings Cup, in Asia Cup. Now against Kings Cup, we're going to play Thailand. So hopefully defeat them again. So अब जाएंगे हम उनको देखने, देखते हैं क्या है. Real Madrid and Manchester United used to share a huge fan base, but after Ronaldo thing, it has been greatly decreased because Ronaldo has not done good thing. But that's a personal feeling. The thought of Jackson showing the Manipuri flag during celebration. I think my thoughts. It's Jackson knew what he was doing, and he's doing it because his state is not doing well right now. So even if his house is burning, I think it's okay for him to let people aware at the national stage that, you know, please help us out. So that's a message for the central government, you know, that please intervene, and I think I know politically people say it's wrong, but I think what he can do as a footballer, he has done his job, and it's not a first time sports person have used a platform to promote issues like these. So I think Jackson knew what he was doing and he has clarified his action. So I think I'm with Jackson on it. Nothing wrong what he has done. Sir, parts में upload करो, आजकल shorts का time है, कोई 20 मिनट का वीडियो नहीं देखना चाहता. That's what I feel. You know, that's what I feel. You know that, you know, कोई नहीं देखना चाहता है. Man City को इंडिया कोची to India कोची और मुंबई से कैसे? Man City. I don't think Man City is coming to India right now. It might be reserved, but not the senior team. Amal Saji have nothing. सैफ में इंडिया ने 5 PM से मैच नहीं खेला है एक बार भी, बट अदर टीम का शेड्यूल देकर क्वेश्चन नहीं करता. लाइक भाई इंडियाज होम टीम, इंडिया इज वेयर द क्राउड विल कम. 5 PM आप कर दोगे तो 5 PM बैंगलोर में क्राउड आएगी कैसे वर्किंग डेज पे? दैट्स द थिंग. होम टीम को इतना एडवांटेज तो मिलता ही है भाई. अमल साजी ऑफिशियल, आई डोंट नो, हैव टू चेक. नॉट आई एम इन द वीडियो फॉर वाइल. I think that's it guys. 748 हो गया, आज बड़ा भी हो गया. एंड आशीष नेगी मॉड डू पुट द कमेंट पे लिंक डाल देना, कमेंट पे टाइम स्टैम्प डाल देना जब से एक्चुअल वीडियो स्टार्ट हुआ है, फॉर द पीपल टू कम ऑन बोर्ड. एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर एवरीवन टू ज्वाइनिंग इन फॉर द इशूज इन एवरीथिंग. एंड आई थिंक विल ब्रिंग द अपुया सिचुएशन क्लियर्ड वेरी सून for you guys, and we'll try to upload a podcast maybe in a parts 1 2 3 4. But can we see an interview with Jackson? I think अभी प्लेयर जा रहे हैं घर, जाने दीजिए, Jackson को भी पकड़ लेंगे कभी ना कभी, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, you know. And thank you very much for joining in and having, you know, अभी यार भाई मुझे भी घर जाना होता है, बाकी सब चले गए हैं और काफ़ी देर से वीडियो कर रहे हैं. 1.5 घंटा हो गया वीडियो करते करते, 2 घंटे नियरली हो गए. 6 पे वी स्टार्टेड. आई केम ऑन टाइम एट 6 बाय द वे. सो इन फ्यूचर कैन वी सी प्लेयर कमिंग कंट्री लाइक जापान, चाइना इन ISL? ऑफ कोर्स वी कैन. वी आर सीइंग ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्लेयर कमिंग. स्टूडियो इंटरव्यू छेत्री, कल्याण, रंजीत बजाज इज नीडेड. छेत्री भाई दिल्ली में रहते नहीं है अब, वो बैंगलोर में रहते हैं. अब दिल्ली कब आएंगे वो पकड़ना मुश्किल होता है. ठीक है, दैट्स वन. रंजीत पाजी का भी सेम सीन है, बट वी कैन आई आस्क हिम टू कम. Kalyan Chaube, we can try. That's possible, so we can try. So I think we'll do. There's the stuff coming up. आप सब्सक्राइब करिए चैनल को, जो वीडियोस आते हैं देख लिया करो यार, चाहे आपका इंटरेस्ट करना हो तब भी देख लिया करो. स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़ डालते हैं, वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू दिस थिंग, डेली स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़. उसको देखो, थोड़ा सपोर्ट करोगे तो हमें मोटिवेशन मिलेगा. यू नो, वी ट्राइंग टू, बिकॉज कोई करता नहीं है इंडिया में. नोबडी ब्रिंग्स अ स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़ लाइक दैट. यू नो, मैं देखता हूँ क्योंकि मैं गाड़ी चलाता हूँ तो एंड्रॉयड ऑटो पे स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़ आती है. आई थिंक वो गूगल NDTV से लेता है. वो स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़ में देखता हूँ क्रिकेट ही होता है. तो दैट्स द आइडिया केम फ्रॉम दैट वी विल डू द स्पोर्ट्स न्यूज़. विल डू क्रिकेट बट विल गिव एवरी स्पोर्ट्स, इंडियन फुटबॉल, वर्ल्ड फुटबॉल, आर अदर स्पोर्ट्स, बैडमिंटन वगैरह एंड एवरीथिंग, space into it, you know. And I think please keep supporting like you're supporting us. Is ISL spot signing in ISL necessary? In a squad, yes, not in a playing 11. बिरसा मुंडा स्टेडियम राहुल खेला, किसकी बात कर रहे हो आप? राहुल टेरी. डू वी प्ले अगेंस्ट काफा टीम नेक्स्ट ईयर और इंडिया अगेन एक्सपेक्ट? आई थिंक इंडिया एक्सेप्ट करेगा. थाईलैंड को AFF Under 17 एज होम टीम जितना एडवांटेज है इंडिया को नहीं भाई. अगर वो ड्रॉ इंडिया के पास होता है, इंडिया भाई जापान जीता है, ठीक है, उज्बेकिस्तान सेमीफाइनल में 1-0 हारा है. दैट्स टेल यू ऑल अबाउट द क्वालिटी ऑफ द इंडियन ग्रुप हैड, यू नो. एंड जापान के अगेंस्ट किसी ने भी एक गोल से ज़्यादा स्कोर नहीं किया था देन इंडिया. सो दैट्स, आई हैव सीन दिस टीम वेरी फर्स्ट हैंड, ट्रेन करते हुए, कोचेस से मिला हूँ, यू नो. तो मैं जो वाउच कर सकता हूँ कोई नहीं कर सकता, बिकॉज मैं अकेला इंडियन था वहाँ पे सब कुछ देखने वाला, कोचेस से मिलने वाला, दूसरी टीम क्या रहा. तो आई नो द इंडियन टीम क्वालिटी. ऑफकोर्स एक्सपेक्टेशन मैच नहीं हुई हमारी, पर वो ग्रुप बहुत ज़्यादा टफ था यार, और कुछ नहीं. और इंडिया के मैच का पोस्ट मैच रिएक्शन लिस्ट चाहिए नेक्स्ट टाइम. अच्छा जी, ठीक है, थैंक यू फॉर द ऑर्डर, कर देंगे. तो इज देयर एनी क्लब साइनिंग हैरी मगवायर? I think West Ham is a great club for him. Why to go? Play video of, yeah, we'll do studio video also. We are upgrading our small studio which we used last year. उसको upgrade करके we'll put a setup and everything and make a video for you guys for sure. ठीक है. केरला स्टेट लीग के बारे में I think हवाबाजी ज़्यादा है, अब तक कुछ हुआ नहीं है, होगा तो बताएंगे आपको कुछ उसके बारे में. Thank you very much. Now let's end this. You can follow me on Twitter. I am going to tweet something interesting going ahead. कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो लाइमलाइट में लेके आनी है. प्राइज मनी वाली बात थी इंडियन टीम को. शेमफुल है यार, ये प्राइज मनी नहीं मिली इंडियन टीम को अभी तक. मतलब मैं आज मुझे पता चला, मैं सरप्राइज हो गया कि 2 साल हो गए इस बात को लेके और अब तक प्राइज मनी नहीं मिला. तो इट्स वेरी शेमफुल स्टफ. अभी तो इस साल का कब मिलेगा मुझे कोई बोल रहा था कि वो भी नहीं पता, वो भी 3-4 साल बाद मिलेगा. पहले कह रहे पुराना तो मिल जाए. मैं पूछा कि $50,000 मिल रहा है, कैसा लग रहा है? कह रहा भाई 2021 का नहीं मिला है, ये कैसे मिलेगा, ये पता नहीं कब मिलेगा और कुछ नहीं है. सो वो चीज़ है एंड उसके अलावा आई थिंक अपूया के सागा पर थोड़ी क्लियरेंस चाहिए होगी, वो आएगी जल्दी. सो आई थिंक उसके अलावा आई होप AIFF implement contract, AIFF implement the contract for the Indian senior team players at least. तो ठीक है, इसीलिए मैंने यार ट्वीट कर दिया था. मैंने कहा कोई और ट्वीट कर देगा, मैं तो बात अलग है, तो मैं ही ट्वीट कर देता हूँ. मैंने कहा ठीक है. तो गाइस आप मुझे ट्विटर पे फॉलो कर सकते हैं. खेलना को आपके लिंक्स दे दिए हैं. आई होप नेक्स्ट वीक बाय द टाइम वील कम देयर विल बी स्टफ, प्री सीजन स्टार्टेड, मोर क्लैरिटी ऑफ द अपकमिंग लीग्स एंड एवरीथिंग. एक और चीज़ है कि क्या ये जो नए क्लब्स आ रहे हैं इनकी ओनरशिप को बुलाया जाए पॉडकास्ट पे, उनका बैठा जाए, उनके बारे में उनके प्लान्स पूछे जाएँ. और डू लेट मी नो इफ़ यू वांट दैट थिंग टू हैपन. ठीक है, आई कैन गेट इट डन. एटलीस्ट डेली बेस्ड टीम तो बात ही कर सकते हैं क्या है क्या नहीं है. ठीक है, तो चलो जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. आई विल सी यू गाइज अगेन नेक्स्ट वीक थर्सडे इनसाइड इंडियन फुटबॉल. उससे पहले भी मैं एक वीडियो की स्क्रिप्ट रेडी है, मतलब मेरी प्लानिंग रेडी है जो है 2026 वर्ल्ड कप जर्नी रोड मैप. सेकेंड वीडियो स्ट्रक्चर पे मुझे करना है, वो मैं आई थिंक टुडे इज थर्सडे, कल मैं शूट करूँगा होपफुली दी वर्ल्ड कप रोड मैप. एंड उसके बाद शूट करूँगा स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इंडियन फुटबॉल, डोमेस्टिक फुटबॉल. काफ़ी एक स्ट्रक्चर फाइनली बनता हुआ दिख रहा है, तो उसके बारे में डिटेल में बात करेंगे उस वीडियो के अंदर. एंड देन विल फिगर आउट. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आई विल सी यू गाइस वेरी सून ऑन दिस चैनल. कीप सब्सक्राइबिंग, कीप लाइकिंग द वीडियो एंड फॉलो खेलना ऑन socials and subscribe this channel now. Peace.